Talk Radio. The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Frank, I know it sounds funky, but a human was made because an alien done it with a monkey. It done it with a monkey. It done it with a monkey. Humans were made because an alien done it with a monkey. Humans were made because a alien with a monkey. A monkey, a monkey. He done it with a monkey.
There's a ghost in my house. The ghost of your memory. The ghost of the love you took from me. Where our love used to be. Only shadows from the past I see. Time can't seem to erase the vision of your smiling face. Though you found something new, I can't get over. There's a ghost in my house. I can't hide from the ghost of the love that's inside. It keeps on calling me, just keeps on reminding me. In my mind I know you're gone, but my heart keeps holding on to the memories of those happy times, to the love that once was mine. Forever apart, you're always in my heart. There's a ghost in my house. I can't hide from this ghost of your love that's inside. There's still such a part of me, just the deepest part of me. I just keep hearing your footsteps on the stairs, but I know there's no one there. Every day I love you more, so much more than the day before. Sitting in my easy chair, I feel your fingers running through my hair. Looking down in my coffee cup, I think I see your face looking up. All alone I know your voice echoes through me. There's a ghost in my house that I can't hide from this ghost of the love that's inside. It keeps on calling me, just keeps on reminding me. I just keep hearing your footsteps on the stairs, when I know there's no one there. There's still such a part of me, so deep as a part of me, and I can't hide from the ghost of the love that's inside. Every day I love you more.
Haunted doll, Catherine, 17 inches, Leonardo porcelain, sleep paralysis. £40, buy it now. Responds to Catherine rather than her doll name, Alison. Catherine provokes disturbed sleep sequences. Episodes can occur mid-sleep, elevating the chest out of bed. The host gasps for breath as if held underwater. Body stiff, footsteps can be heard. Previous owner found herself standing, facing her door, with no recollection of walking to it or how long she had stood there before her brain met with her eyes. Condition is used. Dispatched Royal Mail second class. Now, listeners to last night's show will remember Catherine and I'm Iain Lee, this is Catherine Boyle.
Actual Catherine, not Catherine the doll, she wasn't involved.
The Late Night Alternative will remember us last night joshing about haunted dolls. That's a description of a haunted doll for sale on eBay. There are many, many of them. We were riffing on the idea of haunted dolls after Catherine read a story about haunted dolls. I went on eBay and was amazed to see just how many haunted dolls are available.
Loads.
First doll I clicked on, it's called Alison, but it responds to the name Catherine. It's the description I've just read out. And it looks almost identical to Catherine Boyle.
This guy.
So for a bit of fun, I thought, sod it. I'm going to spend the £40 plus £4.17 economy delivery. I'm going to buy that doll, and we're going to have a haunted doll for the show. Just, and then the music stops. I must fade that out properly. Just a little bit of fun, I thought. How we laughed. How we laughed yesterday. We ain't laughing no more. I bought that. It was a buy it now. And today I had to send a begging email begging that I cancel that order. This is the email I sent. If I can just find it. It's proving very, very difficult. Here we go. This is the email I sent earlier today. Hello. Let's get some more spooky music.
Yeah, needs it, doesn't it?
Hello. May I please cancel this order? My deeply religious wife is mortified that I would order such a thing. I thought it would be romantic. She is threatening to leave me if it arrives. I hate to be a pain, but can we please cancel this unholy doll? Blessings, Ian. Eventually we got it cancelled. Why did you get it cancelled, Ian? Well, I'll tell you why. After the show last night, we left the studio. Went to where we parked our cars.
Nothing unusual about that?
Nothing unusual. I'm not going to reveal the top secret location we park our cars, okay? But I've parked there before. Fine. My car is a Nissan Qashqai. It's got that thing when you lock the doors, the wing mirrors, they lock in. They're flush against the car, okay? So another vehicle couldn't clip them, couldn't hit them. If you wanted to move that wing mirror, it would have to be a deliberate, powerful force.
You could fall from above.
Could do, that's true. Actually, I hadn't considered that. No, I don't think that would work. Anyway, it's irrelevant. I went back to my car last night. My driver's side wing mirror had been, it was still there, but it had been turned. So instead of the mirror being flush against the driver's door, it had been turned 180 degrees, and it had been twisted.
Yeah, it's probably on the wonk.
It was on the wonk. It's not connected to the motor that works it anymore. As I drove home with the wing mirror balanced, every time I turned a roundabout or a tight right bend, boom! The wing mirror would smash into the driver's side door, creating an unholy noise. I went to the garage today to see how much it would cost to get a new wing mirror. Ladies and gentlemen, on Friday, for a new wing mirror, I'm paying £420, and this is the noise that went on in my head. £420? For a wing mirror? What the fudge is that about? £420 for a wing mirror? What? I'm taking my boys to Italy. That's more expensive than the return flights for three. £420. Because it's got computers in and camera in and electronics in and all of that shiz. £420.
For a wing mirror.
For a wing mirror, right. So I got home and I was thinking, that's a Vandal's oh, shit.
Oh.
The doll. The doll did it. The curse has entered my life already. That is why I cancelled the wing mirror, right? And here's why I cancelled the doll. I got my money back. And here's the thing. I told Catherine about it, right? And she went, well, you don't believe it's the doll.
No, of course I don't.
No, you don't.
She's not even in the house yet.
No,
Surely she has to be near you to use her powers.
No, they don't.
I mean, there are no powers.
No, but this is it. There are, right? And Catherine, you're poo-pooing it.
Yeah.
What happened to your car?
Okay, well, as I was driving in...
Here we go! Now it starts to get freaky! What happened to your car?
My wing mirror just fell off. No, it didn't. My right dipped headlight failed.
Boom! if proof need be
that cars need maintenance.
both of our cars at the same time. When has your headlight ever gone before?
It's a new car. That's the first one that's gone.
That's bullshit. That's not a new car. You've had that car for nearly 3 years.
Yeah, but
right,
I'm
it's
the
not a new car.
I'm the
It's
only
not a
person
new
that's ever
car.
had that car. That's the first time it's gone.
No.
That's what I'm saying to you.
Okay, but it's not a new car.
Yeah, but that's the first one that's gone.
Okay, so, right. Do you know how many wing mirrors I've lost in my 30 years of driving?
Go on.
None. Zero. Nada. Zilch. Nota. Nilla. Zero. None is what I'm saying. Now you tell me, Catherine. Hello, come in. Now you tell me.
Is that the doll?
That's the doll. Now you tell me.
I'm on my way.
Now you tell me.
Second class.
That's not synchronicity. That's not.
It's just coincidence. I mean, it's a heavy coincidence.
Bull.
Oh, come on. That
Bull.
seller's got a house that's teeming with either spirits or junk she wants to shift.
Bull.
Because she's got about, how many items has she
That
got
was
up?
a
And they're all haunted.
No,
Come on.
Okay, well, that was a different person. Although, I am looking at the rest of her stuff. She's got, okay.
How many haunted things has she got?
Well, she's got for £400 a haunted surprise box. Haunted conduits.
I know what the surprise is.
Haunted surprise box for £400. Who's going to take a punt on that? So I'm sorry, dear listener. I'm out. When it comes to the haunted dolls, I'm out. I played and my fingers got burnt and Catherine's fingers got burnt and she just will not believe it. And I'm not even doing a thing. This is me up proper. I am, honestly, I spent all day with a migraine. What?
Is that the doll too? Or
Yeah.
is that because you're not drinking coffee anymore?
It's probably a combination of both, if I'm honest.
Okay.
But you've got to admit.
No.
You do.
I don't.
Dear listener, can you back me up? 0344 499 1000. You have to admit, right? And I'm not even doing a thing now. This isn't even a thing. This is real. You have to admit this is freaky. The evening, like minutes after I buy a haunted doll, my car is vandalized in a way that's really difficult to do. It's really difficult to do, right? And your car breaks down, right? Minutes after we buy a haunted doll.
No, hours. Mine broke down. No, it didn't break down. The light went. Hours.
It's broken down. Well, you're driving illegally. You're driving illegally.
Well, I'm not. Because,
well, you are actually.
Well, I'm not.
Well, you are because you have to. Well, actually, you are. Actually, you are with a broken headlamp. Yeah, you are.
So she's trying to stitch me up, is she? I didn't buy her.
She's trying to kill you.
Okay.
She's trying to kill you. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. I want to take your calls. We're going to do the fun stuff. Going to be plenty of fun stuff. We'll play a silly word game. Let me think of a word game off the top of my head. Words that rhyme with bum. There you go. You can have that. That's for the people who like the fun stuff. Words that rhyme with bum. And then we'll write a poem. There we go. That's the fun bit. That's actually not a bad idea. So tonight the fun bit will be, we're going to make a poem up with words that rhyme with bum. But this real stuff is, can you back me up on this? Have you had freaky, spooky experiences? Have you got a haunted doll? Have you, maybe you've got a haunted sex bot? I don't know. That's got the essence of someone else inside them.
Come on, no.
03 44 444 444 4 is the phone number.
It's not.
Halfway through that, I don't know how many fours I've done. I'm just going to carry on until the end.
Take another run up.
We'll see where we get to. 03 44 444
No.
44.
What are you doing?
444 44. I don't know.
This is mayhem.
This is the doll. This
is lack of caffeine.
If we've got any Catholics listening, and I think we scored high in the Catholics on the last Rage Eye. It does break it down into religion, very high in the Catholics. If we've got any Catholics listening that can perform an exorcism, 03 44 4
No.
4
No.
4
No.
4 4 4 4. This is Talk Radio.
A star-crossed soapbox for sailor boys, stable girls,
I'm on the edge.
and stripper grands.
It depends who you're with and it depends on the situation.
Late night speech radio with a difference.
Thank you.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. My God, Amy has tweeted Anna. Do you want to?
That's an image, isn't it?
I'm going to retweet another haunted picture that.
That's
Amy's
definitely got the essence of someone else in it.
Wow, Amy, that's terrifying. It's got a pump. Golly gosh! Wow.
But no body.
No body. I think the mouth is the important factor there. We're going to go to Holland. It's Susan in Holland.
Hello.
Hello,
All
Susan.
right.
How's Holland these days?
It's been, the weather wasn't very good today, to be honest, but when you were talking about that doll a little while ago, it's a coincidence really, because yesterday I did a sale outside one of the pub gardens. It's a lovely country pub in Essex.
Well, hang on. You came over from Holland to Essex?
Yeah, I'm from Holland on Sea, Essex.
I thought you meant Holland.
We thought your English was good.
Yes, your English is very good. Okay,
but, what I was going to say to you was, that Leonardo doll that you're talking about, I had a bride doll in one of those that I couldn't sell to anyone. It didn't sell, so I thought I'd bring that just in case. And I thought of the lady in the pub because they've had quite a few things happening in their pub, and there's a little girl. They've got a girl ghost there going back years ago. It's a 13th century pub, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, one of the daughters come over to me yesterday, and I said, look, would you like this? I said, because I can't sell it anyway. No one seems to want to buy it. Now, this doll was called Charlotte. And I don't know if it's a Leonardo collection, but it's one of these collection ones, very similar. I'm going to check it out when I speak to them again. But anyway...
Has any of your cars been damaged since you started dabbling in these terrifying dolls?
I'll tell you about the car, but that was a long time ago. But this doll, okay, she said, my mum, when they lived in London, the girl was speaking to me, her mum had a doll on each step of her stairs.
Yeah.
Now, and I didn't know that at all. So she said, yes, she said, and I said, well, I thought of that little child ghost that your mum talks about.
Yeah.
I thought she might be attracted to that because apparently they've got a little granddaughter, only a toddler.
Yeah.
And you know what children are like. They're very open.
Little shitbags.
She's actually seen her.
Hate them.
Right.
Hate children. They disgust me.
Anyway, it's just strange how you were talking about that. Anyway, I haven't heard anything at the moment, but we go there regular. They have a lot of good things there in the pub, like discos and all that.
Discos? Are the discos haunted?
Well, there's people one of the DJs has seen a soldier there. It's 13th
Are you near a
century,
barracks? What is this?
Loads of things have happened in this place, but it's a lovely place, but...
Tell us about the spooky goings-on with your car.
Oh, right. Well, this happened about 4 years ago.
Yep.
It's never happened to our cars before.
Yep.
We got this white car, and I really liked it. It had dark, the glass?
The windows?
It was dark glass around. It was a runaround car. It was really lovely.
Runaround.
We got it second hand, but it was in very good condition.
There's no shame in that. Hey, Susan, my car's second hand, and I've been on telly.
Right.
Nothing to be ashamed about.
The guy said to my husband, he said it used to belong to a lady or a young woman, but they broke up with one another for whatever reason. She didn't want the car.
Yeah.
Anyway, we didn't think of anything like that. We just used to go in the car and that. But with this car, somebody down one of the country roads, someone, a van went by us and knocked our wing mirror off it.
Yeah.
There was another occasion when my husband was driving, another car pulled out, well, actually, we're lucky we're here. He pulled out more or less nearly in front of our car, but luckily he didn't, if you know what I mean.
So hang on, is this because of ghosts or just because of bad driving on your husband's part?
We always named it, what did my husband say, jinxed.
Gin?
Jinxed.
Gin?
Jinxed.
Gin?
Yeah, we don't know, I mean, we just used to say that because it seemed every so often it either broke, something needed doing to the car, or someone else used to go into us.
Well, maybe it was just a rubbish car.
No, honestly, it was a lovely car, and I really liked it.
Okay.
I really liked it. We both actually liked it, but what we're trying to say is a lot of these things kept happening.
Yeah.
And
Haunted
touch
cars.
wood, I've got wood, it's not happened in any of our other cars.
All right. Well, listen, Susan, lovely to talk to you. Haunted cars is the theme of the show tonight. 0344 499 1000. Cars that have been haunted. Now, here's the thing. I just went to the listing to look at that doll again, right? It sold at 12 minutes and 30 seconds past 10 this evening. If one of you lot has bought this and sends it to us, I will kill you. I will kill you. If it sold just as I finished talking about it. Okay, maybe it's a coincidence. Probably not. It's probably synchronicity. If one of you scumbags has bought me a haunted doll that has already cost me 420 quid in new wing mirrors, that's going to cost Kath £3.75 in a new headlamp, plus £15 to get it fitted at Halfords because she doesn't know how to do it and she doesn't believe that I can do it. I can
You're going nowhere near it.
I can change headlamps on cars. It's one of the many, many things I can do on cars, but she won't let me do it. If one of you scumbags has bought me a haunted doll, then so help me God, that doll is going to go right up your jacksie. Right up there. Don't make me shove a haunted porcelain doll up your arse.
At least buy him a drink first.
I'll do it, Catherine. I'll do it. Let's go to Becky. Good evening, Becky.
Hello.
Hello, Becky.
Hi, how are you?
I'm terrified that... I'm scared now that someone's bought us a haunted doll.
I'm terrified.
Now, you're a witch. You know that stuff is true. I'm not... Listen, my tongue is slightly in my cheek, but I am terrified, Becky. Honestly, I genuinely believe the car incidents are because of this haunted doll. It's too much of a coincidence, Sepa.
Yeah. Saturday, I had a car accident.
What happened? I hope you're all right, first of all.
Yes, I'm fine.
I
was in shock.
Well, yeah, I bet you are. I had a car accident earlier this year. I took one of the worst things that can happen to you, but physically you're okay. That's good. What happened, Becky? If you want to tell us.
I was coming from a friend's house. I was going down from a minor road from a T-junction. Turned left actually onto a major road. Didn't see the car coming from the right, I'd admit that. And I just crashed into Kia Sportage, and I've got a Toyota Aygo.
Now.
Interesting. Another Japanese car.
Well, okay. Now, are you suggesting, Becky, that your car accident... did you say it was Saturday?
Saturday.
Are you suggesting that your car is haunted? Are you suggesting it's connected with me buying a haunted doll on Monday?
No,
if not, which teddy bear are we fingering for this one?
Catherine, please, mate. That's unfair, and I'm going to say unnecessary. Please carry on, Becky, and I apologise for Catherine's mood. I think she's been drinking.
I used to collect dolls.
Haunted ones?
Well, Monster High dolls.
Right.
Yeah. I've still got one.
Okay, well then...
Which one you got?
Spectre Bondigies.
She's a good one.
Okay, I don't know what you're talking about. Now you're talking
careful, because their hands fall off and you can't find them. They're very fine.
Now you're talking lady language, which is a language I know a few words in, but I can get by, but I couldn't have a full conversation. Hey, who wants to have a conversation with a lady? Don't know what that means, actually. That sounded worse than I meant it to, so I'll take that back.
Rewind. We've done that.
Okay, but well, listen, I'm sorry for the car crash. I'm glad you're alive. I'm glad you're well.
Thank you.
Can you...
Also, it was lovely to see you and Catherine on the 19th.
Wasn't it?
It was.
Wasn't it? We are lovely people. Doesn't Catherine smell nice?
She did.
She's a nice smelling lady. Becky, thank you for that.
We were giving away sniffs of me.
Haunted cars tonight. Haunted cars. Your haunted vehicle stories, please. Could you find a few haunted vehicle stories?
Probably not.
Online.
Okay.
Yeah?
See what I mean? There's all sorts online. There's haunted everything.
Okay.
There's haunted
Thank you very much indeed.
Private parts and...
Alan Caddick.
Hiya, boss.
Good evening, Alan.
I want to go away from the haunted cars, actually.
Okay, go on.
I want you to test the dumb button.
Okay, why?
Because on the basis of last night, Amanda dropped the F-bomb on the telly.
Who dropped the F-bomb on the telly?
Amanda Holden.
Right, but here's the thing: the dump button doesn't work on Britain's Got Talent. You see, this dump button doesn't dump 7 seconds out of all broadcast media. Although, wouldn't it be good? It only works on this station.
But I remember you last night saying you weren't sure if the dump button worked.
Yeah, well, the dump button does work. You don't remember anything because you fell asleep by the time we got to you again.
As usual.
As per usual. The dump button definitely works now, Alan.
But just to put my mind at ease.
Okay, well, that's... okay, well...
My apologies for anyone listening for any bad language.
There won't be any bad... I'm not testing the dumb button. What do you think? I'm some kind of performing monkey? Good day to you, sir. Dave, stay there. You'll be next. 0344 499 1000. Oh, by the way, a couple of things we didn't do yesterday, so I'm just going to throw these out and we'll talk about them a bit more. But if they get your skin itchy, you can call in about them. Drunk eBay purchases. I'm not a drinker anymore, but I'm buying so much rubbish on eBay. Oh God, I bought a PlayStation 1 preloaded with every single PlayStation game ever made. 1,574 games. Yes, all right. Okay, fine. Yeah, I bought a modded original Xbox as well that's got a load of emulators and games stored in a 500 gigabyte hard drive. Okay, fine. I've got a bid on a Dragon 32 computer. Okay, fine. Yes, yeah, I have a problem. But here's the thing, I could stop any time I wanted to. Am I bidding now? I'm not bidding now.
I bet you are.
Do you see me?
Show me your screen.
No, I'm not going to look at the screen. That's private. But I'm not bidding at this precise second. I could stop bidding. No. Let me just close that. It's gone. Nothing to see. I could stop bidding at any point. But please, God help me, stop. But drunk eBay purchases, please. I posted this on, I'll find it during the break. Someone posted on Facebook. It wasn't a drunk, but it was a pocket eBay purchase, which is an excellent one. 0344 499 1000. And have you ever been in someone else's house without them knowing? 0344 499 1000. This is the late night alternative every weeknight from 10 on DAB app and of course talkradio.co.uk.
The late night alternative with Iain Lee.
On air and off the leash.
On Talk Radio.
So, drunk eBay purchases, ever been in someone else's house without them knowing, and haunted vehicles, 0344 499 1000. And of course, you can call in about anything we've talked about in the past, that we may talk about in the future, or anything that's on your mind. Catherine?
I have found some testimony from someone who believes they have a haunted vehicle.
Here we go, let's hear it.
This is on Quora.
This is going to be great.
This is the testimony of Stacey Panther, who is a former electrician apprentice at International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers.
Yeah.
I believe I once owned a car that was haunted. Can I have some music? Go on, give me some appropriate tunes. I believe I once owned a car that was haunted.
There we go.
A friend of mine also owned one with a little more evidence that it was haunted. With mine, I just always got the feeling that someone was sitting right behind me in the car. Since I was always used to driving small cars, I chalked it up to the fact that there was so much space in the back of this station wagon. I felt very uneasy, especially at night when driving this car. This car had once been totaled, and my dad bought it from this man who dealt in fixing cars like this.
Dealt in fixing cars?
Yeah, we lived in Tennessee, and the car came to him from Georgia. I would think I caught the glimpse of someone in my rearview mirror sometimes, but I really thought it was my imagination. But one night, a friend of mine needed to go somewhere, so I allowed him to take my car. When he returned...
Were they insured?
It's America.
Okay.
Don't matter, does it? And the roads are dead straight. You don't even have to wiggle your steering wheel.
No, you don't. Well, though, if you watch Mr. T driving the 18
he don't half go, does he?
He's all over the place. Left, right. It's like he's got two fellas either side of him, isn't it? It's amazing.
Or Nordic skiing.
There we go. Nordic skiing. That's more appropriate. More appropriate term. I apologise, yes.
One night, a friend of mine needed to go somewhere, so I allowed him to take my car. I don't know about the insurance status, but it's probably kosher.
Yeah.
When he returned, he was very pale and asked me why I didn't inform him that my car was haunted before he left in it. I explained to him what I've just said here, and he said something very bad happened to someone in that car. It felt like maybe someone had killed someone and, transported them in it or something. I have no real evidence that anything actually happened in the car, but the fact that I felt that I wasn't alone when so many times I was in it. My friend owned a Jeep Cherokee that's sort of a different story.
We call them Jeep Native Americans now.
He allowed me to drive it to visit a friend of mine. Again, insurance, I don't know, but, let's hope they sort it out.
Okay. Good luck, guys.
My friend wasn't home, so I was going to write her a note. I had a pen and paper and desperately tried to write her a note, but couldn't. My hands would violently shake when I tried to write. I told my friend, and when I said I was going to write her a note, he interrupted. You couldn't write it, could you? You couldn't do it. I asked him how he knew, and he told me he had the same thing happen to him. He said he'd been to Walmart the week before in the neighbouring town to where I live, and a lady approached him and wanted to see his vehicle. He allowed her to check it out, and she told him her husband had committed suicide in it.
Hang on a minute. She was driving around in the car that her husband had committed suicide in? I mean, I suppose you need the car, but that feels a little bit Jeff, doesn't it? It's a bit ripe.
He'd written an extensive note. The Jeep seemed to drive itself quite a bit, and it's hard to explain. As I said, there's more of an explanation as to why the Jeep was haunted than the one I had at that time. My friend didn't keep that Jeep very long after that, though.
Mama! Well. Mama! Let's go to Dave. Good evening, Dave.
Good evening, Ian. Good evening, Kathy. I hope you're well.
Oh, that's a very, very formal introduction. If I may be so bold, sounds actually a little bit threatening. You sound like one of those gangsters that walks into an establishment going, "Oh, pretty place you got here. Wouldn't it be a shame if something happened to all the merchandise?"
I've got a couple of spooky stories in tone, so I thought I'd go.
Beautiful. Let's have it.
First off, it's the perils of CB radio.
Yeah. We're talking about CB radio. CB radio is a common theme on this show. Big 10-4 for a copy, big buddy. Over.
Yeah, exactly. Well, when I was
Exactly. I'll get to my story now, you idiot.
Yeah, when I was about 10, me and my mate were sort of looking out the window. We saw this smoke coming from just down the road. So, like kids do, you always, go down on your bikes and investigate.
Of course you do. Like the Red Hand Gang.
Exactly, and it was James Bond III.
Man, that was the kid's actual name. The kid who played Doc was called James Bond III. I mean, that's outrageous.
And we went to this house, and there's a house on fire, which is, terribly exciting when you're 10. And we saw there was a lot of firemen there, and they were actually giving the sort of... I don't know if I imagined this, but I imagine them giving the kiss of life to a cat. But no. Anyway, it turned out that the guy was on holiday, and while he was on holiday, a fireball that his neighbour saw...
Hang on a second, this song's too good to talk over. Jolie Newman as Joanne. Johnny Bragner as Lil Bill. And James Bond III as Doc. Everybody? La la la, la la la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. So hang on, sorry, let's go back a bit. You say a fireman was giving the kiss of life to a cat?
Well, they had it in a sort of one of those respirator things, and they were sort of giving it oxygen. That's I might have imagined that in my childhood.
A fireman was pumping a cat in the street.
I have seen someone giving a goldfish a kiss of life before.
Oh, what for?
Yeah, it works.
Flipping
and it totally works. Totally works. Okay, so continuez-vous, s'il vous plaît, monsieur.
Yeah, so according to one of his neighbours, and of course it's all in the local paper, she saw a fireball descend on the house and hit the CV aerial that was on the roof of the house.
Haunted
and
CB.
Set the house ablaze.
Flipping heck, man!
And,
that's why CB radio died out.
Yeah, and I'd say about 7 or 8 years later, I actually got taught to drive by the guy whose house it was, and he told me, yeah, exactly. It was his son's CB radio.
A fireball?
A fireball. She said a fireball.
XL5? No. But I don't even know what fire... I know it's... Please don't say it's a ball of fire. Please. We're better than that. All three of us here.
Which is what Elvis Costello said when he met Jerry Lee Lewis. Jerry Lee Lewis said, "How you going, son?" He said, "I'm a ball of fire."
Elvis Costello did?
Yeah.
Boy, Elvis Costello's enough say some dumb things to classic rock stars.
Yeah. Anyway.
Okay, all right. So that's that. Don't never use a CB radio. So I will not buy a CB radio because I don't want to die by fireball. Okay, well that's that. Okay, thank you for the warning. It's appreciated.
And I once encountered a devil doll.
That's a nervous laugh. Because here's the thing, right? People can laugh out of fear. All laughter is fear. All laughter is fear and the release of fear, right? When someone's telling a long comic story, it's tense, you tense, and then it gets to the end and the release and you can let go of the tension and the fear. That's what all a laugh is. That is all a laugh is. Trust me, I know these things. And so Dave is laughing.
Thank you, Dr. Giggles.
Oh, stick it up, you doodah. So Dave is laughing because he's tension. That's why people laugh. That's why sometimes, if I went to my kids today, kids got some bad news. Tension's building. So just be ready. What I'm going to say is bad. Tension is building. Please, just want you to... Tension's building. I'm dead and I'm a ghost. They burst into laughter because the tension is relief, not because they're glad I'm dead. They would be mortified that I was dead and that I was addressing them as a ghost from beyond the grave, via a doll perhaps. But I'd choose a teddy bear. But it's a release of tension. That's why there's so much laughter at funerals. And people it's the people that cry at funerals that are...
The weirdos.
The weirdos, the cold-hearted killers who are rubbing their hands with glee that the person has passed away. And it comes out in the form of tears. And that is a fact. I've studied it. So thanks very much indeed. Dave?
Yeah. I went to a place in Hackney called, I think it's Victor Wine's Museum of Curiosities. It's on Mare Street. I think it's still there.
Okay.
And it's called the Last Tuesday Society as well, I think. But my mate was told to go there by her friend, which is John Waters, the film director, the cult film director, and he'd been there and said it was fantastic. And so we were allowed to go in this little museum they got downstairs of various weird, wonderful things. And because she was a friend of John's, we were allowed to see the devil doll that they don't only take out on special occasions. And she said, strange things happen when people look at the devil doll or take photographs of it. So I took a photograph of this devil doll, and when I looked at it, because it was an old camera at that point, its face, which had been still during when I took the photograph, was all blurred, completely blurred. So make of that what you will.
Sorry, this music, I just faded it up and it's Steptoe & Son. It's not actually very spooky. That was a bad call. And that may, Dave, have taken some of the thunder, some of the sting out of the tale. Did you know that only lady bees and wasps can sting?
I've heard that, yeah. I don't know, it's one of those things.
Did you know that, Catherine?
No, is that true?
Don't Google it. Don't Google
Why?
it. Because it's true and I want you to believe me.
No. Sorry, I can't do that.
This is the thing I talk about, right? I am full of knowledge, okay? I'm mastermind. I'm full of knowledge, Dave. And every time I say something interesting and factual, Catherine Googles it. And she's going to apologise in a second. Because she's Googling it now. Why can't you just believe me?
Because you've fed me too much bullshine in the past, just my friend. You're the boy who cried bullshine.
Please believe me. Hang on a minute, Dave. Kath?
Okay.
Am I right? Just wait.
Yeah, the female bees are the only ones that can sting. It's an ovipositor, the other word for the sting.
I'm sorry.
There you go.
Dave always seems to come on when you and I are arguing. I don't know why.
He's the devil doll.
It's the vibe I get off.
The devil doll, Dave. Thank you very much for your call. There you go. It's an interesting fact. Do you know who taught me that?
One of your children.
My 7-year-old.
What are they teaching them? Apparently quite useful stuff.
They're teaching them stuff. The switchboard is empty, dear listener. If you want to give us a call, now is an excellent time. 0344 499 1000. Drunk eBay purchases. Ever been in someone else's house without them knowing? And haunted, inanimate objects, and anything else you fancy. You know how this rubbish works. 0344 499 1000, the late night alternative on Talk Radio.
It's electric, it's eclectic, it's always rule-free. It's the late night alternative with that man, Iain Lee.
On Talk Radio.
0344 499 1000. Switchboard's empty at the moment, which is absolutely fine because we've got a lot of stuff to talk about. But you are welcome to call in about anything you want at any time. You'll speak to Sam. He'll take your name and number and give you a call back. Free for most of you to call in. Pennies at most. It's not one of those expensive numbers. So 0344 499 1000. We call you back. We just found this great album on YouTube. Mr. Ackerbilk plays Lennon and McCartney.
Oh, boy, does he.
Okay, you got to name the songs. It's not all Beatles songs.
Norwegian Wood.
Okay, fine. We go on to song number 2. It's not all Beatles songs, okay? Some surprising ones.
Oh.
Oh, this is a great one.
Oh, this is a McCartney one. What's this one?
With a little luck,
yeah.
we can pull it out. We can get this whole damn thing worked out. Okay.
Very nice.
Next one. There we go. Oh, that's an advert. That's an advert for a cottage. I don't quite know you could advertise cottages. What a great album. Here we go. I got to jump in a bit because the intro gives it. Here we go. You'll get this one.
Oh, imagine.
One of the worst songs of all time, Imagine.
I never liked in the orchestra, the clarinets were always horrible.
No, it's a great instrument, the clarinet. Here we go. This is a great one.
Is it Ebony and Ivory?
Ivory, live together in perfect harmony, side by side on my piano, keyboard. Oh Lord, why don't we?
Next, don't do the whole thing. Come on.
We all know that people are the same wherever you go. There is good and bad in everyone. When we learn to give and we learn to live each other up, we need to survive together alive. Ebony and Ivory live together in perfect harmony, side by side on my piano, keyboard. Oh Lord, why don't we?
Key change.
Ebony. Down. Recorded in different studios, different sides of the world. They never met.
So the irony.
Yeah, they hated each other.
Ebony and Ivory never met.
All right, here we go. Here's a good one. I'm going to jump in a bit.
Oh. Oh. Pipes of Peace.
Born to the world. Ackerbilk plays Lennon McCartney. I've just found it. What an album. And also, what a reminder. Gets a lot of flack. 80s Paul McCartney. He was banging out some incredible tunes, wasn't he?
I mean, tunes for every lift.
So, what have we got to learn? Help them to build songs of joy instead of burn, baby, burn. Let us show... Oh, I love it. Let us go to... Oh, I know exactly where we're going to go to here. We're going to go to Lukey Baby. Good evening, Luke.
Yeah.
Luke.
How's it going?
It's going very, very well. I've shifted a curse. Yeah, I'm 420 notes down, but I've shifted a curse. I've learnt my lesson the expensive way.
Sounds like I came in at just the right time.
Thank you, Luke. What can we do for you?
So I noticed you were talking about video games. You've just bought a PlayStation 1?
Yeah, just bought a PlayStation 1, yeah.
So it kind of gave me some inspiration.
Oh.
Do you fancy an argument?
Well, it depends on what you're going to argue, what the point is, and whether I feel. I mean, listen, I can take a contrary viewpoint to every standing, but it depends really what you're going to say.
Well, I put it to you that modern video games are far better than retro video games. Oh, okay.
Thanks for your call. I was just thinking, I was weighing it all up, doing the pros and cons, and yeah, probably...
It's progress, isn't it?
It's progress, probably err on the side of yes. Yeah, they are. But thank you.
The retro games have their charm.
Oh, yeah.
And really a lot of it's about nostalgia.
Yeah, no, thank you for that. I enjoyed that argument. Really, really good.
Good argument. It got tense, didn't it?
It got very tense.
Oh, so tense.
Feisty on this show. We've not had a good argument on this show for a long, long time, and we got one then. I don't know if we're going to argue with this guy. It's our good friend Adam. Good evening, Adam.
Hello, sorry, you were talking about cars. I wasn't going to call tonight, but you started talking about cars, and then I had to.
Have you got a haunted car story?
Sort of, I suppose.
Sort of. Does it involve a car and that is haunted?
And cars and death? Is that close enough?
Cars and what?
Death.
Cars and death. Okay, yeah, it sounds like it's going to be macabre, but go on.
So, I think one of the weirder things that's happened in my little world of motor racing is that people don't, scrap cars when someone dies in them.
Really?
So, 1969, Le Mans 24-hour race. There was a very eccentric chap named John Wolfe who was racing a Porsche 917.
Okay.
He crashes it on the first lap.
Unlucky.
Tragically, he dies.
Oh, gosh, that's worse than bad luck. Okay, yeah.
2017, I think, someone rebuilds the car, takes it to a classic motor race at Le Mans, and it crashes again. Fortunately, there was no injuries.
Mate.
But why would you rebuild that car and take it back?
Mate, that is freaky. Catherine's here looking bored, and because she's not buying any of this. I
believe that people died in motor racing. It's a very dangerous sport.
But you don't believe that...
Would you...
Go on.
Would you then rebuild that car and go back to the same place?
No, I should probably trash that one and start again. But I suppose they're very expensive machines, and the bits are bespoke.
That's happened more recently as well. People have perished in racing accidents, and the cars then get used again, which just freaks me out.
Jeez, listen, I suppose we're in an era of recycling. We have to, make do. We're going to run out of the metal that makes cars and the tyres,
sustainable
the rubbers.
Sport. That's what we all want.
Exactly.
They'll be borrowing each other's shorts next.
Yes, it's terrifying. Absolutely terrifying.
Also, why were you playing Kenny G versions of the Beatles?
I'll accept your apology. It was actually Mr. Ackerbilk.
Sounded like Kenny G.
You don't even know who Ackerbilk is, do you kid?
No, I don't.
Oh my God! Well, I'll tell you why you don't know, because. Hang on, I'm going to tell you why. Here we go. I'll tell you why you don't know, Adam, because. Hang on.
Here we go. It's going to be good.
Here we go. I'm going to tell you why you don't know, Adam. It's because you're a real nowhere man, sitting in your nowhere land, making lots of nowhere plans for nobody.
It's not really your key, is it?
You're a goddamn piece of trash.
Oh, there we go.
Shove Ackerbilk up your ass. Okay. Kids like you make me want to puke.
I feel like
nowhere man, keep driving your crappy cars. You keep crashing. Nowhere man thinks this is Kenny G. You better learn about Ackerbilk. That's Mr. Ackerbilk to you. People like you make me want to puke. Does that clear it up for you, Adam?
The next Weird Al Yankovic, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you very much indeed. I'll take that as a Weird Al Yankovic. It's actually pronounced Yankovic. It's a hard C. Been on the show. Great friend of the show, and we will take that. Daniel?
Hi.
Good evening.
Good evening.
So, now, here's the thing. We have to go to the news. Could you come back? Could you stay there and we'll come straight to you straight after the news?
Yeah, I can wait, yeah.
You can wait? Can you give us a little soupçon? Give us a tease as to what it is you're going to talk about to get the boys and girls, so they carry on listening.
There's a star called La La Land.
There's a fart called La La Land?
A star with the name La La Land.
Does it stay there? Don't say any more. We're in. This is it. Everyone's going, I was thinking to go to... What? There's a star called La La Land? Forget bed. I'll be up in 20 minutes, my darling. But I'm naked. I'm dressed up in sexy lingerie.
But La La Land.
There's a star called La La Land. I'm really sorry. I tell you what, I'll come up and make love to you, but can I keep an earpiece in, please? By the way, if you've ever done that, if you've ever...
Oh, we don't want to know about it.
If you've ever made love whilst... actually focusing on something else, men and or women, 0344 499 1000. I bet there's plenty of women that have.
Well, sometimes you listen out for the kids, aren't you?
What's that old joke? There's an old joke, isn't there, about a couple saying, they go and see the marriage guidance counsellor. We're having trouble having sex. We've got kids and we're having trouble having sex. Vaseline. You need Vaseline. And you go, well, that's Vaseline will help you. And then they go away with a jar of Vaseline. They come back, the kids keep disturbing us. That's the thing. Vaseline. Right. And they come back the next week and the sex therapist goes, well, how did it go? Oh, great. We've just been at it all the time. Did the Vaseline work? Yeah. We put it on the door handle. They couldn't come in. It's a great joke, isn't it? It's a great joke. 034449. Have you not heard that before? Oh, there you go. I thought you might have. 0344 499 1000. Coming up after the news, there's a star called La La Land. This is Talk Radio.
Talk Radio.
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
Get an earful of unusual nocturnal emissions with radio's Lord of Misrule, Iain Lee. No relation, thank God.
Unfiltered Night Talk with the original king of unconventional conversation. The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Did you admit this on the radio? I wipe my dog's bums.
Oh, gosh.
I wipe my dog's bums. I wipe my dog's bums, alright? I wipe my dog's bums.
Okay, well, I hope you sleep at night knowing you just blown up a 12-year-old. Hello?
You are sleeping. You do not want to believe.
I was shocked.
Okay. My name is Jester, and I am...
There's a voice that keeps on calling me. Down the road is where I'll always be. Every stop I make a new friend. Can't stay for long, just turn around and I'm gone again. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow I'll just keep moving on. Down this road that never seems to end. When new adventure lies just around the bend. So if you wanna join me for a while, just grab your hat, come travel light, that's hobo style. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow, the whole world is my home. So if you wanna join me for a while, just grab your hat, come travel light, that's hobo style. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow, I'll just keep moving on.
You're a predator. Shag a pony.
Shag a pony.
Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow I'll just keep moving on. There's a world that's waiting to unfold. a brand new tale no one has ever told. We've journeyed far, but you know it won't be long. We're almost there and we paid our fare with a hobo song. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow I'll just keep moving on. So if you wanna join me for a while, just grab your hat, come travel light, that's hobo style. Maybe tomorrow I'll find what I call home. Until tomorrow, you know I'm free to roll.
0344 499 1000, late night alternative on Talk Radio. Just to say, 2 extra tickets have been released for Glasgow this Saturday evening. 2 extra tickets. It sold out weeks ago. We got 2 more tickets. If you go to iainlee.com/event, then you will see the link to get the tickets. There are 9 tickets for London on June the 23rd. 9 tickets, June the 23rd, iainlee.com. And there are 131 tickets for Dorset on July the 6th.
So you better hurry up.
131. And I think we're doing Belfast. We need to make the call now. We're doing Belfast? Let's talk about it tomorrow. We'll decide tomorrow. We'll decide
we need to
tomorrow.
make the call now. Let's talk about it tomorrow.
We'll decide tomorrow.
All right.
It's slow. It's sluggish ticket sales for Belfast.
Yeah, but the people that run the place say it's always like this and it'll pick up, but that's a big punt for us, isn't it?
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's go to Belfast. Let's go and cheer up their lives. Let's help them forget the troubles.
Oh, no. I mean, if you're going to do that joke...
Well, it's not even a joke. I mean it. I'm being sincere. Let's help them forget. Let's go over there and let's join up Ireland. Let's go and make peace. I'm going to chuck out some peace bombs.
I don't think we should go.
I'm going. Even if we're not doing a show, I'm going to go and stand on the street corner and I'm going to talk to them. I'm going to preach, brother. We'll talk about it tomorrow.
Let's discuss.
Ticket sales are sluggish, to say the least.
I'd like to go because I like Belfast, but...
Yeah, it's okay. Drunk eBay purchases. Peter's tweeted, I can't call right now. Oh, it's busy, mate? I don't know if I can bother to read your tweet. I will, I'm a nice guy. But when in uni, I got drunk and bought all 87 episodes of Saved by the Bell on DVD.
Oh, no one needs that much Saved by the Bell.
Only I was not nearly as drunk as I needed to be to excuse that. And then I had on Facebook, this is from William Walton, not a drunk eBay purchase, but whilst looking for my daughter's teddy bear under her very dark, cluttered bed, which is great, this is really painting an image, I used my iPhone torch. But whilst looking, I inadvertently managed to buy a Mexican-styled coffee table on eBay.
Ooh.
Wow.
I mean, that's a design choice.
That's something, isn't it? Drunk eBay purchases, ever been in someone else's house without them knowing, haunted cars, and you know the rules, guys. You can call in about absolutely anything you want. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. We were promised a star called La La Land. We got some La La and we got a star. Good evening, Daniel.
Good evening.
Good evening. Welcome. What can I...
The thing is, I have all the books in the collection Frequency Dictionary.
Frequency Dictionary?
Do you know what is a Frequency Dictionary?
I don't actually know.
So instead of listing the entries like beginning by A and ending in Z, it lists the words according to how frequent they appear in...
Oh, a frequent dictionary.
So the first one in English, the first one is the, like in the end.
What about A?
Yeah, A is also one of the first ones. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Maybe have you got the book? Have you got the book there? The English one.
I have, but the thing is, I have many books, and right now I have it in French here at the end.
Okay,
Frequency Dictionary of French.
Okay, it's not quite so useful. If you had the Frequency Dictionary in English...
Well, I have the Google one, because Google also has a Frequency Dictionary.
Well, can you read page 1 of the Frequency Dictionary for us?
My computer is freezing, I don't know why.
Well, can you rub your hands over it?
I can tell you the closest stars. The closest star is the Sun, then Proxima Centauri, then the third one is Alpha Centauri.
Is this in the Frequency Dictionary?
No, he's moved on to something else now.
Okay, wow.
Yeah.
My computer was freezing, but now...
Yeah, that hard drive's had it.
Battered, isn't it? Battered. And also, you're not supposed to get those things wet.
La La Land is just 8 light years away. Now I have the English dictionary. So, the is the first one, off is the second.
Just read, don't need to tell us. Just read them and see if it makes a cohesive sentence.
Okay. The, of, and, to, in, for, is, on, that, by, this, with. So my idea was to do a VR.
That sounded all right. I could read this.
A virtual reality app.
Yes.
Where you just put the VR headset and you look at the stars, and instead of stars, you see numbers and English words. So the sun will be 1, the Proxima Centauri will be off 2.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Instead of stars, you see numbers or English words.
Right. So VR headset.
You could then change the language in the settings, and you see stars in French or the stars in...
What is that thing where you can... You get a sensory overload when you hear music? Euthanasia.
No.
Synesthesia.
Cacophony.
No. Synesthesia.
That's when you see colours.
Yeah. I met a guy... right, so I was with Simon, my friend Simon, in Bath, right? And we were looking in a record shop, and a guy came in, and Simon knew him and spoke to him, and we chatted. He's a nice guy, a little bit flaky, but really nice guy. And then when he left, Simon said, "Yeah, he's got synesthesia, and every time he hears music, he comes."
What?
And he said,
"No,
yeah,
no."
And he said he's always standing at the front of gigs. And I said, really? He said, yeah. He says it's like being on acid. He sees colours and then he ejaculates. He orgasms when he hears music. Imagine that, Daniel.
That's interesting.
Well, surely he falls asleep after the first song.
I was doing some research on Google, and I found out that on average, with naked eye, humans can see 9,096 stars on the sky at night.
Okay. Who's counted them?
On average with naked eye.
Naked eye, yeah.
Naked
eye.
The thing is, I went to the English dictionary on Google. I have the link I can give you. I went to 96 in the rank of English words, most frequent English words.
Yes.
You know what was the 1996 one?
Star.
9,096.
Star.
No, was not star, was samba.
Samba.
De Janeiro.
It seems it's an English word. It's an English word because it's a software, very popular software.
Yes.
And somehow Google ranks it as the 1996 English word.
Okay, samba.
So I found samba.
But we say samba is a foreign word, but we say samba in English.
I don't know why in what context we use that English word.
It's a dance, isn't it? Like the tango.
It's the Brazilian dance.
Yeah.
It's the Brazilian dance.
So we haven't got a translation for it.
But there's a software, very popular software called Samba. So it seems Google may...
I'm losing the plot and the will to live, Daniel. But thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much indeed. What a nice guy. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. We touched on, didn't we? The witch. We didn't do the full story. Have you still got it there? I've got it if you haven't. The witch who's been on this show.
Yeah, got it.
Who married a pirate's ghost.
And she was a pirate impersonator before, and she stopped doing it out of
Jack
respect.
Sparrow impersonator, yeah. We had her on the show. Really nice lady. She got married on a boat. And I think one of the bridesmaids was seasick, if I remember. They threw up. That's how she told the story. But unfortunately...
One of my bridesmaids threw up as well. We went on a boat.
Unfortunately, as a lot of marriages do, 50% of marriages do, mine did. It's nothing to be embarrassed about, nothing to be ashamed of. Unfortunately, this lady's marriage to a ghost it's ended badly, hasn't it? It's ended badly. Go on.
This is from the Irish Post.
Yeah.
A woman who claims she married the ghost of a 300-year-old Haitian pirate says she needed an exorcism after their relationship turned sour.
Yeah.
She says she was nearly killed by her ghost husband after she broke off the relationship. The woman claims she underwent an exorcism to rid herself of the spirit of her former lover that had possessed her.
Yeah.
Amanda Teague of Downpatrick, Northern Ireland.
Downpatrick!
Who's previously worked as a Jack Sparrow impersonator, is now warning others about casually dabbling in spirituality.
Yeah.
In 2016, she married the ghost of a pirate, funnily enough, named Jack, who'd allegedly been hanged in the 1700s for piracy in the Caribbean. Amanda claims that after 2 weeks of marriage, she started experiencing health problems. The 47-year-old, who's no stranger to spirituality and communicating with the dead, began to worry that her health issues were due to being possessed by her husband. I know the symptoms of possession are part of its ill health.
She's Irish. You're just doing
I was doing pirate.
Yeah, I know. She's Irish.
I thought she might still be possessed. Amanda said, after the spirit of her dog Toby was apparently aggressive towards Jack, her fears worsened. She began to experience frequent health problems after being intimate with Jack, and before long she was admitted to hospital with sepsis. I almost died and I was in hospital for a week.
Please, that's racist. That's racist against pirates and the Irish. Please, try again.
She said.
Maybe we do cancel Ireland.
I had to take my wedding ring off when I went to surgery. No, because she's non-Irish.
Northern Ireland.
Hi about you.
Hi about you.
I had to take my wedding ring off when I went into surgery. That must have cut the energy link between us because I felt totally different after the operation. Amanda eventually decided that ending the relationship was the best thing for her health, but after telling husband Jack of her plans, he threatened to kill her if she went through with it. It was terrifying seeing a completely different side to the lovely spirit I'd seen before, but I knew in my heart that if I didn't get rid of him, my health was getting so bad that I was probably going to die anyway, Amanda said. In December, Amanda went through an exorcism and is now rid of her former partner, Jack. She says that her health problems have miraculously cleared up since, and her experience has taught her to stay away from spirits and the dead from now on, or just not marry them at least. I've quit it all because I'm terrified, but if I didn't go through with the exorcism, I'd be dead. She's stressed.
Terrifying. Don't mess with this stuff.
So it is.
Don't, to be sure.
No.
Don't mess with this stuff is the lesson that we're learning. By this stuff, I mean casual racism. 0344
hard accents.
499 1000 is the telephone number. This is the Late Night Alternative with Ian and Kath on Talk Radio.
Experience the unconventional, the unpredictable, and the completely unorthodox.
Exactly.
With rule-free Iain Lee.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee
I've got no internet for the last 4 days.
on Talk Radio.
Just going to try and fix the microphone that Paul Ross broke. I was saying no names, no pack drill, but Fufkin says in 2004. Fufkin says in 2004, while high on a bottle of wine and Zopiclone, wow, I woke up in the morning to find I'd bought this 1960 Ford Thunderbird. It's a car.
Yeah.
And also the suede back catalogue. We bought a car and a Rubbish Band's records. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. If you want to give us a call, you'd be very welcome to. I tell you what we're going to do now. We're going to take calls straight to air for a few minutes. I want to play a bit of the yes/no game. I just got a vibe for the yes/no game. I was playing it with my 7-year-old. Unbeatable now. Unbeatable.
You trained him up well.
Unbeatable. Incredible to the point of frustration. So 0344 499 1000. Calls come straight to air. We're not going to call you back just for a few minutes, guys. Just for a few minutes. We had that lady on our show first, guys. So, we had the lady on our show first, just to let everybody know. Take calls straight to air, and we're going to play a bit of yes/no game. There are no prizes for the winners.
As soon as you're on, you're in.
Yeah, as soon as you're on, you are in, right? As soon as I'm talking to you, that's it. You're playing the game. Very windy, Pops, this evening. It's that ghost.
So.
It's that ghost.
Do you think she's trying to exit?
There's a ghost in my ass, and it keeps on haunting me. 0344 499 1000. And now let me just play. We'll play a little bit of waiting music because there's a delay. We've got some waiting music for you guys. Here we go. This is wait. Oh. Here we go. Line 1, are you ready to play?
I certainly am.
Are you sure?
Very much so.
Do you know the rules?
I do.
Caller, what's your name?
My name is Ray.
And where do you live?
Nassington.
Where?
Nassington in Northamptonshire.
Are you saying Massington or Massington?
N-A-S-S, Inton.
Okay, I still can't even be saying S or F. I don't know. All right, fine. And do you work?
I am. I'm a full-time carer.
Okay. Aye, man alive. Well, congratulations. Well done, you. We need more people doing that. Big sacrifice to make, and it's a tough old gig, and respect to anyone who does that. What do you do in your leisure time, caller?
I like listening to music. I'm a hi-fi buff.
You're on your hi-fi, you say? I preferred it when we called them music centres.
Yes.
Hey, mate! So close! So close! Yet so far. So far. 03444991000 is the phone number. We play some more waiting music while we wait for the next caller. This is fun. Just a little 5-minute intermission, so... I've got all night. I'm in no rush. We'll pick up things again at past, but if we get no callers, we just sit here and listen to the tunes. 0344 499 1000. By the way, this is John Sebastian from the Loving Spoonful. It's a great track.
Is he playing an ocarina?
Yeah, could possibly be. It probably is an ocarina. Probably is an ocarina. Line 1, can you wait a second?
Of course I can.
Are you sure?
Yes, I am. Oh, no.
After all that.
0344 499 1000.
Beautiful. Oh, Wally.
It's my favourite game. We're going to listen. We're not getting many callers, and it's fine. We'll do this for another 6 minutes. If no one calls, no one calls. It's absolutely fine. If they do, we'll play the yes/no game. As soon as you hear my voice, you're on. The game is going. 0344 499 1000. Here's an interesting fact. Both of those callers were called Ray. Yeah, I know, isn't it? Oh. What's your name, line 1?
Hello, it's Pete.
Hello, Pete. Whereabouts are you from?
Originally, I'm from Tamworth in Staffordshire.
Now, is that?
But I'm currently calling from London, Ealing.
Is that the is that the Tamworth that Nick Drake's from?
I couldn't say, to be honest.
Oh, come on. If you're from the place that Nick Drake's from, you'd know, wouldn't you?
I'm not very up on that sort of thing.
Would you? What dead, unsuccessful folk stars?
That's the one.
Okay, well, so what kind of thing are you into, then?
I like Doctor Who.
Oh, jeez, we got one of those. We got one of those people. Doctor Who. Who's your favourite
I'm afraid so.
Yeah, who's your favourite Doctor?
My favourite Doctor changes depending on the day of the week.
Well, there's a day now! Who's your favourite Doctor now, loser?
My favourite Doctor right now is Tom Baker.
It's not Peter Davison?
It's not Peter Davison.
I've got a real soft spot for Peter Davison. When I went to Tiggywinkles at the weekend, I took a bird, Catherine, to Tiggywinkles. Yeah. Some date that was. The guy that runs it says that Colin Baker had been in there the day before. Now, I rate Colin Baker as one of the worst Doctors, Pete. Where do you rate him?
I think he got a raw deal on television, but he's a lot better on the audio stories.
Well, yeah, but TV is where it counts, though, right?
TV's where he was younger, but I think he was too young for him. to be Doctor Who.
I got a soft
Now that he's older, he makes a really good Doctor Who.
You reckon?
I do.
Okay, I got a soft spot for that American Doctor Who show they did.
Oh, the Paul McGann movie.
I think, was it Paul McGann?
I believe so.
Okay, I'm going to let you have that. Well done. Has he got me? Got a minute there. Got to be I'm going to say a little bit quicker on the answers, though, guys. A little bit quicker on the answers, but we got there. Let's go to line 2. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes. No.
Oh, dear.
It's that moment of, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go to line 3. Line 3, you're on the air. Do you want to play the game?
I do.
Okay, what's your name?
Oliver.
Ola?
Oliver.
Oliver! Oh, it's Oliver. Oh, Oliver with the very unique name.
It is.
Yeah, that's the one. Okay, Oliver, what have you done today?
Not much.
What do you mean? It's a Tuesday. Do you work? Do you go to school? Do you go to college? What happens?
I don't do any of those things.
What do you do then?
Sleep.
All day?
I do.
Okay, okay, so you've not done anything. You've not played any video games?
I have played Club Penguin.
You've got to be a little bit quicker than that. Club Penguin, what is that?
It's an online multiplayer thing where you have a penguin as an avatar.
It sounds shit.
It got
is it?
It's not shit.
What's your language? Apologise to the listeners. Apologise to the listeners for that foul language.
I'm very sorry, listeners.
Are you really sorry? You don't sound it.
I am sorry.
I'm going to give you that. That's a minute. Well done. Well done.
Very determined man.
Gotta be quicker on those answers, though, guys. Really gotta be quicker. Let's go to line 2. Can you hear me?
Hi.
You've also got to answer the question. Can you hear me?
Of course.
You've got to be faster than that, man. What's your name?
Ray.
No, it's not, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, Ray! He's looking at me, Ray.
Hello, line 2. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Who is this, please?
It's Giselle.
It's Giselle?
Yeah.
We're not... Yo!
Known you for ages, bye!
That'll do. No more of those, please. That was fun. What's great is you get one that does a minute and then the next person, boom, straight away they're gone. That was fun. I enjoyed that. Right,
that would be me, listening to the other person doing really well and now straight off.
We're going to... no more of those. Sam, you can start taking the calls again. 0344499 1000. I want to talk about Lycra. I want to talk about sat-navs. I want to talk about more about... Oh! Someone's done some streaking. I don't know if it's because of us, but someone has done some streaking.
No, where?
I will get the story. Someone tweeted it to me. Thank you for that. 0344 499 1000. This, dear listener, is Talk Radio.
The late night alternative with that man, Iain Lee. There's no strangers here, just friends you haven't stalked on Facebook yet.
Have never sent my picture to anyone who didn't request it.
The late night alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Yes.
03444 499 But poor Giselle, you can call back in. Right, Giselle's not called us for, 3 or 4 months, and Giselle's a nervous caller, and she calls up and she lasts 3 seconds.
Bless her.
3 seconds. Right, so someone sent me a story about streaking. Apologies, I cannot remember who it was. Well, I don't know if it's streaking. This might be a crime, actually. This might be a criminal.
Right. Flashing, is this?
No. Okay, right. Something has happened here. A man being treated by paramedics has returned to an ambulance after running naked through Fareham town centre for 1/3 of a mile, dodging members of the public who tried to stop him. The shocking incident, and by the way, this is from the news, Portsmouth News. The shocking incident took place just after midday as the patient fled from a South Central ambulance service vehicle parked on West Street near the station roundabout. Eyewitnesses said he sprinted half the length of the high street before stumbling near Nationwide, where he was helped by police, who protected his dignity with a blanket. A cock blanket. At least 3 police vehicles, a cluster of officers and 1 ambulance were all pictured at the scene by a passerby. One woman, who asked to remain not anonymous, said, what was a Portsmouth accent? Or Piratey in it. He'd ran all the way down from Aldi with no clothes on. It was members of the public who were trying to stop him. What a shock. My friend next to me had a stroke. I wasn't so lucky. She added... Not what you'd expect. That's a terrible joke.
It's
Apologies.
awful,
I apologise. Anyone offended by that? Not what you'd expect to see in Fareham Town Centre. A spokesman
What a
for
willy.
Hampshire. That should be the headline. What a willy. A spokesman for Hampshire Police confirmed the man absconded an ambulance. Absconded an ambulance. I mean, who writes this stuff, really? So we want to bring back streaking. Here's the thing. I've said this yesterday and I will say it again tonight. If anybody streaks at any of our live events, I'm buying them a drink. In Belfast and Glasgow, I'm buying the first 5 people that strip off a drink. Because I suspect there will be loads of them. But if we get a streaker at one of our events, then I'm up for it. I just think, and Ray has suggested this, and this is kind of, I think, where my thinking was coming from. You know, all the milkshakes being chucked on people. And I got called out online for saying I thought it was funny. I do think it's funny. But intellectually I don't find it funny. It's just a knee-jerk, you can't stop laughing at some things. And it's funny. But...
The full thought was, I think it's funny, but I know it's wrong.
Yeah, I disapprove of it.
Yeah.
It's assault. I think it's unpleasant. It's an attack. It's violent. It's a humiliation. Who knows what it could be next.
Also, it doesn't help the cause, does it?
And I think it promotes the people that you're talking about. Although... Do you see Tommy Robinson complaining that he didn't become an MEP? He lost his £5,000 deposit. It was all because he wasn't on. He wasn't allowed on Twitter. Here's the thing, mate. The results are in. Suck it up. Deal with it. As I kept hearing everybody saying on another phone in earlier on about Brexit. Listen, you lost. Deal with it.
The people have chosen.
The will of the people is they don't want you as an MEP. They don't want you to get your £5,000 deposit back. Deal with it, short ass. So my knee-jerk reaction, and you can't control your knee-jerk reaction. Whatever your knee-jerk reaction is to anything, that's fine. It's what your second reaction is what when the intellect kicks in. That's when you can be judged, right? And yes, seeing bizarrely Nigel Farage and his big burly security men striding towards the dude with the milkshake, and then the milkshake being chucked and Farage being furious, knee-jerk reaction was I found it funny. I find seeing Nigel Farage furious, I find that funny. And that's my second thought. I find it funny. But I think it was an assault. I certainly don't condone it, and I'm against it. You know, why aren't the Liberals coming out and condoning it? Well, I wasn't really allowed to talk about it on air, but I'm coming out and condoning it. I don't think it's
not condoning it, condemning it.
I'm condemning it. I don't.
Careful now.
Thank you. I condemn it. I do not condone it. The attack on Tommy Robinson. I think he's one of the worst people walking this planet at the moment. It's probably a bit of an exaggeration, but I think he's a scumbag, Tommy Robinson. Knee-jerk reaction, funny. Seeing him covered in milkshake, but it was an assault, and I don't agree with it. What I agreed with was the guy that had the megaphone that was shouting at Tommy, "You're a fascist, Tommy Robinson! You're a Nazi! We don't want you here!" Because you can't win against that.
Also, freedom of speech.
Exactly. Which is what Tommy is fighting for, right? That was clever. There was a little bit of nous in there. And what was great is that guy... Because Tommy Robinson got very, very close to him, was laughing at him, and then was putting flyers under his arm and in his pockets and stuff. That guy kept his cool. He was shouting, but he kept it together. You've got to respect that. Chucking milkshakes over people, no. I do not respect that. But streaking? Was it Pussy Riot?
Yeah.
That did it in Russia.
Were they topless or were they completely nude?
Was it Pussy Riot that did that?
Yeah.
Am I confusing two things? I know that there have been several. Wasn't there? There was certainly one with Silvio Berlusconi recently, where Italian women took their tops off and I'm afraid I cannot remember what the slogan was. Yeah, okay, all right, okay, but it had 2 full stops in it. No, but there is a precedent for making political protest with semi or full nudity, and I'm just thinking in my head, if you can help me think, dear listener, 0344 499 1000, would, for example, Nigel Farage walking the streets doing that, instead of assaulting him with a milkshake, would streaking have as a protest? Would that have some kind of...
Or is it a sex crime now?
Oh, jeez.
Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
because I know the Free the Nipple campaign, it's all about, well, hang on a minute, if men aren't arrested for taking their tops off, why should women? And it's that. But I suppose where your privates are concerned...
This is a sex crime.
Grab pussy.
That's a sex crime, as far as I'm concerned, okay? That's a sex crime. What's this music in the background? It's still spooky music playing. Wowzers, we've got some spooky music. Let's go to... Anyway, I don't know. I'm literally kind of thinking that idea out loud. I think that's where my vague interest in streaking came from, is would it work better as a protest than the milkshake thing? 0344 499 1000 is the phone number. Do I pronounce your name Suzelle?
Yeah, you got it right.
Suzelle! Welcome! Yeah. Welcome to the show. What can we do for you on this? Oh my God, it's only Tuesday.
I know. It's dragging a bit.
Oh, man, isn't it?
I'm just going to say, Chicanis.
Chicanis, Paula. Cala, sì?
Yes, the Forestall.
Oh, stomata.
I'm going to Cyprus on Sunday.
I can't... Sorry, say that again?
I'm going to Cyprus on Sunday.
Oh, I can't remember any of my Greek. Pwy na to telefono mu?
What's the telephone?
Where's my telephone? That's one of the only things I can remember, and I'm always walking around the house going, "Pwy na to telefono?" It's a great sentence.
It does roll off the tongue.
It's a good one, isn't it? It's a good one.
My only Greek sentence is "Θέλω να αλλάξω 100 λίρες παρακαλώ."
Oh my gosh, what's that?
What's that?
I would like to change £100, please.
Oh, she's in the money.
I never have 100.
No, exactly.
You get about 50 million euros in Greece for that.
Yeah. That sounds
lovely. Nowadays, I was just going to ask, what did you think of, do you have any ringtones on your phones, unusual ones?
Sorry?
Do you have any unusual ringtones on your mobile?
I have got the funniest, I swear to God, man. This is
what have you got?
Funniest, the funniest ringtone. Do you want to hear it?
Yeah.
Oh man, this is the funny. It makes me laugh every time, and no one I know has ever got this. Listen to this. Here we go.
Okay.
Hang on, I'll still get it on my phone. Here we go. Hang on a minute. Stay with it. I always let the phones ring out. Hang on a second.
This is the trouble. He loves it so much he never answers the phone.
Hang on, let's jump. Hang on, here we go. Yes, man.
We are the champions, but who is it?
Yeah, we go.
I know.
This is my other one. This is the one that I normally use, and this is funny, man. This is funny. You're going to like this one. I love it. Glad we brought this up. This is it. Here we go.
No, Crazy Frog.
Yes, man, Crazy Frog XLF.
What have you got then, Suzelle?
The Rockford Files. Do you remember the Rockford Files?
Whoa, the Rockford Files. Everybody loves the Rockford Files. We wrote lyrics to that, and they go like this. Whoa, the Rockford Files. Everybody loves the Rockford Files.
James Garner.
Sorry?
Do you remember James Garner?
Of course I do. Hang on a second. Here we go.
Yeah.
There we go. Let me get sing along. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome singing the theme tune to the Rockford Files, Iain Lee. Whoa, the Rockford Files. Everybody loves the Rockford Files. Whoa, the Rockford Files. Everybody loves the Rockford Files. What? Are you just phoning in to talk about what's your ring like?
Oh, that's mine, the Rockford Files.
Oh!
Yeah.
Mine is, I'm a traditionalist. When I get a text or an email, it's my kid who was probably 5 at the time going, text! And when my phone rings, It's a ring. It's an old-fashioned phone ringing, because I'm an old man.
Oh, I know. Yeah. Like the ones that you dial, they take about an hour to ring a number.
Those are the ones. Those are the ones. When I first worked out you could do... do you remember MIDI? MIDI?
I used to make my own ringtone.
With MIDI?
No.
Something. I used to use a computer and then download it and stuff.
But you don't... Hang on a minute, Catherine, you don't know what MIDI is?
What's MIDI?
No, I know. I use that.
Suzelle, do you know what MIDI is?
No, I was just going to say. I don't know.
MIDI was like really rubbish. Let's get up a MIDI music, right? MIDI was just really rubbish.
Like
ding 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 ding. Here we go.
Like
this is MIDI, right? Here we go.
Yeah.
Hang on, let's just jump forward. No, that's not MIDI. Hang on a minute. Why can't I find any? Here we go. Here's some MIDI. Oh Jesus! An advert for deodorant. Who cares about smelling nice? We want MIDI tracks. MIDI were all the thing. Here we go.
Yeah, I never heard of them.
Yeah.
No, I feel like techno sort of.
Well, Suzelle, listen.
Okay, I was just going to ask if have you heard of 38 Special? Hold on loosely.
38 Special Old Brand Lucy.
No.
What?
That's a euphemism. Hold on loosely.
No, I don't know what that is.
Oh, they're brilliant. It's a really good band. It's from the 70s.
Oh, I don't know.
I do know that one. Is that
it.
the one that goes, hold on, Sloopy? It's Sloopy, isn't it?
No, you're doing it on purpose.
No, Catherine is singing. You're singing the real McCoys. Hold on, hang on, Sloopy.
Yeah.
38 Special.
38 Special.
Right.
Yeah. Hold on loosely.
Hold on loosely. Hang on a second. Here we go.
It's a real good one.
Oh, hang on a minute. Stop playing that bloody MIDI. Here we go. What is this? I've never.
Okay.
They look good.
Yeah.
Here we go. Let's have a listen.
I heard it the other day.
Oh, hang on. They look great.
I play Song Pop a lot.
They look incredible.
Yeah, they are good.
Here we go.
Okay. A bit like the Cars.
Good love and gone bad.
Yeah.
Wanna make love in the afternoon sand.
Oh, God.
My baby up there left me.
Look what you've done, Suzelle.
My boy
set him off.
Hanging on loosely.
This is what he's going to be like in the old people's home.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm hanging on loosely.
He's at it again.
Whoa, they're hanging on loosely. So you see.
Come on, Mr. Lee, it's time for your medication.
Okay. I'll let you. I'll leave you. Love and leave you, guys.
Okay. Suzelle, it's not the greatest of line, but I've enjoyed talking to you. Thank you very much. Have a lovely, lovely trip to Cyprus. Enjoy the souvlaki. Yeah. We're going to do some souvlaki right now. Giselle, Oliver, stay there. We'll come to you in a bit. 0344 499 1000. This is Talk Radio.
The radio show that knows truth is always stranger than fiction.
Week Monday, I get shoes.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee.
Because they're too real to be part of my imagination.
On Talk Radio.
Hey. Maybe we need to, maybe to get more listeners, maybe we need to tug off Steve Bannon. I don't know. That seems to be the way forward. I don't know if I'm prepared to do that. Maybe we could send Sam in to do that job. I don't know. 0344 499 1000. She called back. Good evening, Giselle.
Good evening, Ian.
We didn't feel bad. You knew the risk you were taking, not calling in for months and then calling in to play the yes/no game. You knew the risk, didn't you?
Yes, I don't think it's
Hey, bye, thanks for calling.
No,
you're joking, really?
Come on.
We've got to have her back on?
Be nice.
Okay, all right then. Okay, I'll be nice. Go on then, Giselle. Nice to talk to you. How you doing?
Do you know what? I'm doing really well.
That sounds good. You're not on speakerphone, are you?
No.
This is incredible!
Gosh, has it been so long, Giselle? You've forgotten a cardinal rule.
Scenes
I forgot how to do the radio, Catherine.
Flipping heck, man.
Okay. I'll strike two.
Can tell you what, I'm fuming. I am in a red mist, so I'm just going to sit back until Catherine. Maybe you should talk to Giselle because I'm going to say something I regret.
All right. Well, she knows she's on strike too, don't you, Giselle? That's quite true. Claire, what did you ring us up for, apart from humiliation?
That's pretty much my top reason. But, I'm all good actually. I decided to sort my life out, and in doing so, I haven't had time to do, the radio calling up thing. So I apologise for the drop in listenership figures.
Right. So this sorting your life out, how does one go about that?
Yeah, what's the trick, please?
I just basically go to pubs a lot and talk to people.
Oh my!
I know this is your thing. You were experimenting with the last time. You find it previously in the past. If I've got this right, you found it difficult, kind of striking up conversations and doing all of that kind of small talk and stuff. And I think the last time we spoke to you, maybe you'd done it once or twice, where you'd forced yourself to go somewhere on your own and talk to people. You're doing more of that.
Yeah, that's right. And I'm out most nights at kind of open mic nights, and I've done some sound teching for them, and this, that, and the other. And it's just about being part of the community, or at least finding a community within a place that is perhaps not exactly where you want to be, but gives you a feeling of belonging. And life's kind of picking up. So
how you find it out? Tell me about the sound teching. What's going on there?
Well, it's because of my background with radio production anyway, I know how to tech for live sound to a certain level, and usually it's a case of being a backup for whomever is running the night. So yeah, it's going well. It gives you a sense of purpose. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, this is good when you've got to be somewhere at 7:00, or you've got to do something, and people, whether it's 5 people in a band or one comedian, people depending on you. As long as the pressure's not too great, then you're right. It gives you a little sense of purpose. It gives you reason to get out of bed. Even
and
if
reason
it's late.
to talk to people.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, that's brilliant, Giselle. I mean, yeah, okay. All right. You've let us down massively with your selfishness, but, no, genuinely, I'm thrilled, Giselle. That's absolutely wicked. Well done.
Thank you.
Can I cut you off now?
Yes.
Good. She's gone. Outrageous behaviour.
She thinks she is after all this time.
Speakerphone. It disgusts me. Here's the thing. The next call, right?
Yeah.
I don't think he can hear us.
Mm-hmm.
It's that guy Oliver, right? I know.
The Oliver with a special name?
With the very, very unique name.
Unique, that's right.
Q us we get seven Olivers on Twitter.
Every
going,
time,
it's a very unique name. Right. If Oliver is on speakerphone, I swear to God, I'm going to travel to, I don't even remember where Oliver is.
Rip his throat out.
Well, hang on a minute, I'm not going to do that, Catherine. No. I'm going to get the phone.
Karate chop to the windpipe?
No, I'm going to shove the phone up his jacksie.
Okay.
No, that's not what I'm going to do, but shh. Let's go back. Okay, Amy, just flick the switch. Oliver, you're on the air. Good evening, Oliver. Sorry for the wait there. Probably went silent for you for about 30 seconds. A little technical issue in the studio.
Hello there.
Hi.
Hi. I just wanted to apologise for cutting you off. I somehow leant on my phone and listened to my voicemails. I don't know how that happened.
Hang on. When did you cut us off? We cut you off.
Did you?
Yeah. Did we play the yes? What? When we were playing the yes no game?
It was.
Yeah, I cut you off. I cut you off because you said yes or no.
I didn't.
Oh, you did.
Did I?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you did. Sam,
okay.
Is it possible?
Oh, no, hang on, no.
Oh, maybe Oliver didn't.
No.
Yeah, I accidentally put you on hold.
Oh, we didn't notice that. I think we'd already dispensed with you.
All right.
That's
Okay.
all
Well,
right.
there's only one way to do it. We have to play the yes/no game now. Starting now. Are you ready?
Okay. I am ready.
You sure?
I'm very ready.
Okie dokie. Right. 3, 2, 1, go. What's your name?
Oliver.
How old are you?
21.
You don't sound sure. You're 21.
My birthday was recently, so it's confusing.
When was your birthday?
March. Not that recent.
March was months ago, you muppet.
I know.
What date?
11th.
Anything nice?
It was all right.
No. Did you get any nice presents?
Oh, not really.
Oh, did you get any presents?
I did.
What did you get?
I can't remember.
Flipping it.
Ingratitude.
Kids these days, right? Probably smoking skunk weed.
Oh, my gosh.
Off his mash, getting high, and he got a £5 from his nan, straight found out the dealer.
My nan's dead.
Are you laughing about that?
You're totally laughing at your deceased nan.
I'm not.
Do you think you should apologise?
I won't.
Wow! Disrespectful. I can't believe you brought your dead nan into this. What are you doing tomorrow, Oliver?
Well, I am currently at my partner's house and I'm going home tomorrow.
Okay, all right. Anything planned?
I don't think so.
You beat us. Well done, Oliver.
Woo!
Yes. Have you got nothing planned for tomorrow? Have you got nothing planned for tomorrow?
I don't.
You sure?
I am sure.
So you're never going to say yes or no to me ever again?
I won't.
It's a wily fox.
You know that's going to make... All right, here's the thing, Oliver. This is the rule with you, okay? Just you.
Okay.
Whenever you phone us up, and you're very welcome, we enjoy your calls, right? Whenever you phone us up...
Thank you.
You will constantly be playing the yes-no game forever with me and Catherine, okay?
That sounds fair.
So
Does that also apply if I come to live events?
Yes. Yes, it does.
Okay.
So, if at any point you say yes or no, or do the shaking of the head, the nodding of yeah, nah, any of that stuff, you're out.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right?
and if you do it at a live event, we will throw you out.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Are you up for that?
I am up for that.
Oh, it was good!
It's gonna get spicy.
It's gonna get spicy, nice and spicy with Oliver. Oliver, you've not been listening to the show for long, have you?
Only for the last couple of years.
Oh, okay,
That's quite
fine.
long.
Do you think? Listen, because the listening figures weren't great, and there's been a lot of stuff going on. This is a genuine question. Do you think the show has got better in the last couple of weeks, or is it kind of does it sound different? Does it sound the same? Does it sound worse?
I think it sounds a lot better, personally.
In what respect? Genuine question. In what respect?
You just seem a lot more, a lot less, like you don't really care what... Oh, no, that sounds terrible.
No, it doesn't. Honestly, it doesn't sound terrible. Go on.
Okay, like, you're not so hung up on, like, what people think anymore, and you're just like, screw it, we're just gonna...
Oliver's right.
Do what we want.
And that is how it used to be, and I forgot that, and we got that magic back. And it sounds better, does it?
It does.
Okay, great. Well, here's the thing. Some people have complained, because we've moved away from the darkness, and some people have complained we've moved too much into the light. So do you mind if I just share a little bit of darkness now?
Oh, God, what?
Of course.
Dear listener, everybody you know is going to die. Just thought I'd just throw some darkness into the...
Oliver doesn't care.
Oliver's having the time of his life. Hey, thanks very much. Oliver. I like that. Whenever we speak to Oliver, on the phone or in person, we're playing the yes-no game. That's great.
That was lovely.
That is great. Thank you, Oliver. That's going to be fun. Boom, another hour's down. We've got another hour to go. What have we talked about? We've talked about divorces from ghosts, haunted vehicles, haunted dolls, what have you bought drunk on eBay? Ever been in someone else's house without their knowledge? Streakers. Plenty more to talk about. I want to talk about Lycra. And I want to talk about sat-navs. And I'm sure Catherine has got plenty of stuff. Do you want to throw something in the mix? One thing?
Yeah, go on. Let me see what I've got here. There's a nudist festival going on at the moment.
Beautiful. Here we go.
We've got nudity again. And a Benidorm bar that sells you a full English breakfast pizza.
Oh, sir, please be still my beating heart. Well, it will be if you eat that. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. Switchboard is empty now, so now is a great time to give us a call and be first up after the news. 0344 499 1000. This is the Late Night Alternative, weeknights from 10 on Talk Radio.
Talk Radio. The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Don't be so silly, Kath.
Aren't your balls normally held back by your willy?
You can pack that in as soon as you like.
I've got a mouthful of sausage.
Wow!
Horny.
She may wear subtle perfume, dress in all the classic clothes, to try and hide the fires inside she doesn't want exposed. There are certain feelings that nothing can disguise. You can always see the lust in the lady's eyes. You can always tell the difference in the way a woman speaks. Ladies choose words carefully, the others just talk cheap. And when the bedroom lights go off and words all turn to sighs, You can always see the lust in the lady's eyes. She may think she's fooling everyone, but who's got time to care? All that counts is what she feels when her heart's stripped bare. She plays it her own life, the way an actress plays a part. But underneath there's music, 'cause she's a dancer at heart. She may give the slight impression that she'll never give too much, when in truth the deepest part of her is aching to be touched. And the look on her face betrays the veil of lies. For you can always see the lust in the lady's eyes. She plays it her own life, the way an actress plays a part. But underneath there's music, 'cause she's a dancer at heart. She may give the slight impression that she'll never give too much, when in truth the deepest part of her is aching to be touched. And the look on her face betrays the veil of lies. You can always see the lust in the lady's eyes. You can always see the lust in a lady's eyes. The very deepest part of her is longing to be touched.
Aching. It's aching.
I think
we know where he means. See the lust in a lady's eyes. That's the $6 million man. That's Lee Majors himself. A man we tried to get on the radio show and refused. It's got to be said, I sent an email to Ray Stevens today. Email has been sent to Ray Stevens inviting him on. He, of course, had another big hit. So the Streak, right? Okay, it was a big hit. He had probably an even bigger hit. Do you know what that was?
Go on.
Here we go. This is a huge song. I don't know if he wrote it, but he had the hit with it. Here we go. 03444991000, by the way. Huh?
What?
I'm not quite sure. There we go, yeah.
Where the heck is this going?
I didn't know it started like that.
No, I did not see that
Let's
coming.
go back to the beginning. I didn't know it started like that. The radio stations must have cut that off over here. Wow. That's weird. There we go. Oh, I have not pressed play. Could have been waiting for a long time.
That's very weird.
A long time. Here we go. Red, yellow, black and white. Everything is beautiful. It's a great song, isn't it?
In its own way, like a starry summer night or a snow-covered winter's day. Everybody's beautiful in their own way.
He's got a great voice. That's a great voice.
Under God's heaven, the world's gonna find a way.
Didn't know it was quite as overtly religious as that, though. But still, anyway.
A nice sentiment.
I wonder if I can get that email withdrawn. I'm joking. No, email has been sent to Ray Stevens. So fingers crossed, guys. We're going to have a beautiful evening with Mr. Ray Stevens. 03444991000 is the telephone number. Another 52 minutes of this show. before Paul Ross comes in. Every day we put out at least one podcast, best of the show. If we have a guest in, the guest is also, we do a podcast for the guest. We've got Gail Porter in tomorrow night.
Yes, we have.
Which is very, very exciting. And for the first hour, which I'm looking forward to immensely. And just to let you know, in a few hours' time, the other podcast we do, independent of this, The Rabbit Hole, where we kind of go and we do like a phone-in show in front of audience. You know, we talk about we're doing live events and we're in London and we're in Bath and we've got 2 tickets left for Glasgow and all of that stuff. We record them and we put them out as podcast, and it's very sweary. It's NSFW, and people phone in and the audience take part, and we have flights of fancy, and it's fun.
Yeah.
And you can get that if you go to Acast or iTunes or wherever you get your podcast from. If you type in Rabbit Hole, Catherine Boyle, Iain Lee, any combination of those words, that podcast will come up as well. And we've been a little bit, apologies, we've been quite irregular recently in putting those up. And Catherine and I have given each other a stern talking to, and we're not going to be irregular anymore. We're going to be regular. So for the next few months at the very least, you're going to get a brand new show every single Thursday, and if it will either be a live show that we've recorded or it's going to be something that we specially record to go out between ourselves. It could just be us two talking. It could be us. I have got an idea of like setting up like in a Costa or somewhere that's got Wi-Fi and doing it there, doing like a rabbit hole and tweeting saying, right, we're taking phone calls now, and we kind of do it until we get chucked out of Starbucks.
Or we could sit in a park.
Yeah, we sit in a park and so I've got all these ideas. So we're going to be doing it every single Thursday. So if you subscribe, it delivers straight to your machine. But if you go and get it, iTunes, Acast, if you can leave a review, subscribe and share, that would be awesome. And apologies for not being as regular as we should be. That's being corrected. That's being corrected, Michael.
How you doing?
I'm doing very well, mate. What have you got for us?
Well, my name's Michael, and I do a show about Nick Drake. I heard you mentioning him earlier, and it's something we've talked about in the past, I think.
Didn't I meet you in a toilets at a Danny Baker show?
Indeed, we met in the toilet.
Yeah,
that was a good hour. Yeah. So basically,
yes,
I don't have any access to any social media, and it's always down to the venues to sort of pull people in. And I suddenly thought, I'm doing the show probably for the last time on Sunday.
Oh no, you've been doing it for a few years, haven't you?
I have, yeah. I've probably done over 150 shows, and as always, Nordorf Robbins, the music therapy charity, will benefit from this, and it's basically. Can I bore you for a minute?
No, listen, Michael, please come on board. You were very, very delightful to me in a public toilet. It's not the most delightful person I've ever met in a public toilet, if I'm honest, but we had a thoroughly good chat, and I've not seen the show. Big fan of Nick Drake. I'm now a big fan of yours. Bore me, Michael, and sell away.
Basically, in the 70s, I worked at Nick's record company. I was what was I? I was the postboy. I was the assistant postboy, actually. I now write music for television. That's what I've done for a number of years.
Go on, give us a few shows that we might have heard some of your tunes.
It gets as spectacular as the theme tune to Homes Under the Hammer. That's all I'm saying.
Shut up! Hang on a minute. I can probably sing Home. Hang on, don't. Did you really?
Yeah, go on.
It's like I'm trying to think of it because I've watched it so many. It's like,
come on,
down. Is that? It's like that kind of. I can't think. I should know this. If I was not under pressure, I would be singing the Homes and.
Don't worry, everybody else is at home. I actually co-wrote it with one of David Bowie's old keyboard players. There you go. That's
up, man! Really? Hang on a minute.
Yeah.
Down. Is this something like that?
Not even close.
Right, hang on a minute. Let's find out. Oh, hang on a minute. We're gonna. This is forget Nick Drake, mate. This is where it's at. Hang on a second. I think I'm doing the Flog It theme tune. Here we go.
Now, we're both fascinated by property, and we do quite a bit of buying and selling ourselves.
There we go. All right.
Find out what properties
Here
are
it comes.
under the hammer today.
Down.
That's it. Go on.
Down. You wrote that, Michael?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, buddy.
When you wrote it, did you do that thing of singing the title of the song?
No, it's actually funny. We didn't. We did MasterChef. That was one of ours.
This is genuinely brilliant.
But they that's what we used to do. We always used to sing the theme tune, and I don't think Homes Under the Hammer does it.
No.
No, it doesn't. No, but that's
you say you wrote this with one of Bowie's ex-keyboard players?
Yes, yeah, Richard Cottle, who's very well-known musician.
Now Bowie is not my specialist subject. What era of David Jones was he?
Well, he was. He
Don't
was
say
the
Tin
Glass
Machine.
Spider tour. He was the keyboard player on that.
Oh, big old show.
And but there you go. I tell you what, it gets even weirder because I've heard you talking about this too. You're obviously into retro games.
Yes.
And I did a lot of voices and a lot of music on early games. Although so Speedball 2 was one of mine.
You're the second. Here's the thing, right? This is something's going on. There's this new streaming site where you can basically stream retro games, right? You can do it on the Xbox and on your computer and stuff, and I'm going to have a go at that. And someone looked at my tweet and went, "Oh my God, Speedball 2, take my money." You're on that game.
I say the words ice cream, I say the words ready, and I say, get ready and replay. That's it. My old work colleague, Richard Joseph, who was a fantastic composer for a lot of early...
Hang on a second, let's prove it. Hang on. Stay there, Michael. We'll make sure you're not a bullshiner.
I'm not going to do it.
Let's just wait. Is that you?
That's me.
Do it!
I'm not doing it under no circumstances.
This is the coolest. Oh boy, you're going to plug your show for as long as you want because you're indulging me wonderfully. This is the coolest. Well, I'm going to call you a guest now. You're not just a caller. You're a guest.
Good.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. There were other games I wrote the music for. Gods was one of them. Mega Mania.
Yeah. Okay.
Another one. But Richard, my then writing partner, did music for things like Magic Pockets and James Pond.
Oh, James Pond, I remember. That was on the Spectrum,
In actual fact, I just found a VHS tape of... we can talk about this. Jim will fix it, where they fix it for a young kid to be included in a computer game. And my then writing partner, Richard Joseph, was on with him, sort of including his face. And it's fantastic.
Oh, Michael, what a life! What a life you've led. Okay, but so go back to Nick. Now, what was Nick Drake? He wasn't on. Was he on Ireland?
He was on Ireland,
right?
And back in the late 70s, I was a postboy there, and one day I was given permission to take I was taking a load of tapes and posters out to a skip at the back of the record company.
Tapes and posters up to a skip. Oh God, you can only imagine what they were.
Oh, well, the thing was, I was starting to write music, so I said to my bosses, can I have any of this stuff? And they said, Michael, help yourself to anything in the skip. And that night after work, I entirely emptied that skip.
Well
and I was
done.
mainly looking for sort of quarter-inch tapes without leaders and edits in that I could just record over.
Yeah.
And,
okay, yeah.
Yeah, and so I took home a big bunch, bagfuls of things, and I recorded over tapes by... And this is the bit that people in the show never really like.
God.
Traffic.
Oh, Jesus.
Free.
Oh,
Roxy Music.
That's not so bad.
Yeah, okay.
You can tape over them.
But right at the bottom of the skip was a scruffy little box, and on the spine it said Nick Drake, and on the back it said Cello Song, one of his best-known songs, Open Side 2 of 5 Leaves Left, his first album.
Yeah.
I didn't need it because I already had the tape, and I was in a fortunate position. Nick had been dead for 3-4 years. I'd never met him, but I loved his work. But written at the bottom of the tape were 2 words, with love, and 2 little kisses. And Nick had, as I said, been dead for a few years. And I just thought, that's probably his handwriting. And on that basis, I couldn't let it go to the dump, so it came with me. And I never played it. And it was actually 20 years later, 1999, I think, I was recording an album. I had a studio installed in a beautiful cottage in mid-Wales. And I was recording an album myself called Little Death Orchestra, sort of contemporary classical stuff. And during a moment of displacement, I started listening to tapes of me, tapes I'd recorded over the years, and for the very first time put this on. And it turned out to be an entirely different version of Cello Song. played it to his estate naturally, and they took a very... it really had to be respected. A line which was, Nick isn't here to make decisions, and so we tend not to release things.
Yeah.
And so they said, just keep it safe. And for
wow, and they didn't ask for it or offer to buy it or say hand it over immediately. They let you keep it.
No, well, it was kind of, if you like, a valueless piece of music. I couldn't release it, I couldn't broadcast it, and for years I thought, what can I do with it? And in the end, I went to every county in mainland Britain, randomly stopped 200 people, and photographed them listening to it on headphones.
Yeah.
I'd never been a photographer. My brother lent me a wonderful camera, and I brought out a book about it. The people I stopped, coming out of a supermarket in Rotherham or walking along the Malvern Hills or up a mountain in Scotland, half of them had never heard of Nick Drake, and it really became just a book about how this piece of music acted as a conduit for communication. People told me the most extraordinary things, and so I brought the book out.
You sent us the book, didn't you?
Yes, exactly.
No, right, of course you did. Of course you did. You sent this book, and I'm terribly sorry to say, when I was involved in the car crash, that book got lost in the car crash. But Catherine has very kindly lent me her copy, so thank you. Right, okay.
Yeah, no, and I obviously, incredibly sorry to hear about your crash, and I did kind of wonder that, knowing that the book was in there, that would take you back to a dark place. But thank you for that.
Yeah.
So I was doing a talk about the book down at the Brighton Festival, and somebody said, Michael, this is a show. And I'd never done anything like that in my life.
Yeah.
But I suddenly thought, that's it, I'm going to Edinburgh. So I went up to Edinburgh, did a free show there. I have to say, I'm, tooting my own trumpet, but it won an award for the best free show. And to this date, the show has raised over £30,000 for Nordoff Robbins. And music therapy touches me very much because my mother and father both have dementia, and really the only great level of communication I have with Mum is that we sing together. She's word perfect on songs from her childhood.
Go on, what's Mum's best song? What's the one that takes her back?
The extraordinary thing, like a lot of people of her generation, it'll be songs from the Second World War. So Long Way to Tipperary, for example.
Yeah.
We were walking around the garden the other day, and she can't actually stitch a sentence together in normal conversation. And we were singing Long Way to Tipperary, and then suddenly she started singing words I didn't know, and I thought, what's this? And I had no idea Long Way to Tipperary is actually the chorus of a 3-verse song. And here she was, word perfect on a verse I had never heard before. So, knowing the power of music, I just thought the Nick Drake thing, telling stories about people being stopped randomly, there were some magnificent coincidences, hilarious happenings, and very moving things that happened. It just sort of went hand in hand with music therapy, and I've been immensely proud to be able to talk about Nordoff Robbins and do that.
Michael, now listen, I'm late for the ads, so just
sorry.
No, that's okay. Don't worry. But you're doing the show on Sunday.
Yeah.
Where and when?
It's part of the festival in Devizes, actually, and it's at the ballroom of the Bear Hotel on Sunday night, the 2nd of June at 8 p.m. It's a £5 to come, and that will all go straight to Nordoff Robbins, and it will, even if you don't know of Nick Drake, it will make you laugh, it will make you cry, and I'm immensely proud of it. And brilliant. I can't thank you enough for allowing me to talk.
Oh
this
no,
long.
Thank you for indulging us with my silly questions, Michael. What an absolute thrill! I wish you the very best of luck with it, man.
Thank you so much. And the only way you'll have more fun is if you go to the rabbit hole sometime and watch these two in action.
This guy knows his stuff, Michael. Thank you very much indeed. Oh, I love that. That took us all around the houses in the most enjoyable...
And involved finding things in a skip, which is one of your favourite things to do.
Wow, thank you, Michael. 0344 499 1000. This is Talk Radio.
The late-night lip service for lovers, loners and lounge lizards.
Yeah, well, where exactly is your accent from?
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee.
I've forgotten your name already, excuse me.
On Talk Radio.
Here's the problem with this show, right, is what we do is we focus too much on the present and too much on the future, right? And what we don't do, and this is and I don't know how to get around it, is we don't focus on the past enough. And when I say the past, to be more specific, like phone calls from the past. And I don't know.
Phone calls to this show or?
Any show. And I don't quite know how to get around that. So I'm just putting it out there as something to think about. Let's go to Rainbow George. Good evening, George.
Good evening. What were your first nicknames?
I don't know my first nickname. I was Ruggers for a while.
And Kath?
No, I was never called Kath.
No, I'm asking.
Oh, sorry, I do apologise. I misunderstood. So sorry.
Don't really have them. Don't really have a nickname.
Never had a nickname?
No. I don't think women do so much.
Oh, I'm surprised.
Wow. I'm surprised.
What may we ask why you're asking?
I just was thinking of my first nickname. I was at boarding school with Brian Epstein and my.
Sorry. What? Hang on. What? You were at boarding school with Brian Epstein.
Yeah, he was probably in his last term there, and I was in my first term there.
Right.
And it was a school called Beaconsfield, Jewish boarding school.
Yes.
Frant in Sussex.
Yes.
And I hated it, but my nickname there was Smiler, even though I hated being there. I was called Smiler. And I was just...
It's a great story.
Reminiscing about that.
Yeah. Did you ever speak to Brian Epstein?
No.
Okay, well, that's into that.
No, but there were links, as I say, through my family connection to the Beatles accountant and
Nems.
So on.
Nems.
What does that mean?
Nems.
Go on.
Nems. That was the Epstein family business. Nems.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So sorry.
Nems.
I'm on a 2-day fast and down to my last 3 fags.
There we go.
And want something to look forward to. That was really nice, your call with Michael.
That was good, wasn't it? He was good.
Yeah.
Take note.
Yeah, well, I do take notes.
That's how you do
it. I wish something to look forward to, if you can both help me here. You were going to do a vote.
Well, I'm considering it. I'm considering whether we do a vote to keep you or boot you off forever. And I'm considering it. It's in the consideration of the nation phase.
Could you consider a different vote, maybe?
Well, I will consider it. Yes, go on.
An hour with Rainbow George Weiss, a.k.a. The Apprentice Prophet. Could you put that to...
No, I can't. I'll tell you why. Our listening figures are bloody awful for this show. The whole station is up. Our listening figures are down. I find out Ian Collins is filling here, so of course my ego and my low self-esteem kicks in. I think, oh my God, well, they want the dream team of James Whale followed by Ian Collins back. I'm screwed. So no, I'm not going to offer anybody the option of an hour with Rainbow George.
Really?
Yeah, really. Oh, really? Yeah.
How sad.
No, for you, yeah. Not for us. For everyone else, no. Joy.
No,
for everyone else, joy is for you, sad.
No, it could be an hour.
It wouldn't. An hour of tedium.
Could be an hour that could go viral.
It couldn't. It could not. It could not go viral. Trust me. It could not go viral. It would never go viral. It would be dull.
It wouldn't be dull.
Trust me. The 5 minutes with you is dull.
You were talking about that exorcism story earlier.
Yes. Kath's playing with the rim of a cup.
Yeah, and you poo-pooed my exorcism stories back in 1976 when I went through several exorcisms and yeah, they are part of a really thought-provoking story, which I'd like to share.
Please do. Go and stand on a street corner with a rolled up newspaper and shout down it. That can happen. I'll give you an hour of that. I'm not giving you an hour of my radio show, no.
Very sad.
For you, yes. For everybody else, it's joy.
No, I wish you would put it to the vote.
No, I refuse to. I refuse to.
Okay.
So, and it is sad. You're right. It's sad for you. For us, it's nothing.
No, it's real
not
missed
sad for me.
opportunity.
No,
for
it's
you.
not. No missed opportunity. No missed opportunity at all.
Huge missed opportunity.
No. Big. Whatever the opposite of a mistake is a big one.
Anyways,
It's the right decision. It's the right and sensible and just decision. Yeah, I agree.
No,
I agree with you. It's the right thing to do is to not give you an hour of my radio show. That is correct. Yeah. Thank you. I'm glad we agree on something.
I mean, yesterday you asked for 7 minutes and it got knocked back. Why did you think an hour was going to fly?
I think an hour would be brilliant.
You do.
You do. Nobody else does.
Put it out to the
All right,
vote.
stay there. We'll take calls straight to air. 0344. We'll take a quick break, then we're going to call straight to air. Please don't mess around, kids. This is serious. 0344 499 1000. Do you want to hear an actual hour of Rainbow George?
And by the way, the results of this will not be binding.
0344 49. Very windy. 0344 499 1000. We're going to take calls straight to air for the next few minutes. Do you want to hear an hour of Rainbow George? And I'll give you the opportunity to tell George exactly what you think about his calls. This is the Late Night Alternative on Talk Radio.
Moonlit musings for mums, madams, and meat packers.
Never mind, I must have misheard.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee.
The station's brilliant.
On Talk Radio.
Here we go. Oh, this is a risk, okay? George, you're there?
I'm here.
I think you're going to be very surprised. I'm doing this because I think it's important you get a dose of reality. Do you want, dear listener, an hour of Rainbow George? And be nice. But
with Rainbow George.
Well, I'm not hosting
Not
it. I'm not hosting it.
Why not?
Because I don't want to touch it with a shitty stick. It'd be awful, right? But that's not the debate at the moment. 0344 499 1000, and you have the opportunity to tell George what you think about his calls. Let's go to line 1. Good evening, line 1. What do you reckon?
Hello.
Yes, hello.
I think no hour with George.
Is this George? Is this George?
Egotistical.
Is this George on another line?
No.
You sound like George.
A young George.
No, not at all. I don't want George for an hour. I don't want him for bloody 1 minute. He's boring and egotistical.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much indeed. George, are you sure you want to do this? Because I don't think you're going to be happy with it.
Okay, let it go. Let it run.
You want it to, okay, let's go. 0344 499 1000 is the phone number. Let's go to line 2. Line 2. That's you, line 2.
Good evening.
Good evening.
George from Rainbow, yes. Rainbow George, no.
Okay, and what do you think of George's phone calls? Be nice.
Well, this one this evening was very good for the first 4 minutes, and then it tailed off.
Okay, all right. George, do you want to carry on with this?
I do.
Okay. Let's go to line 3. Line 3, you're on the wireless.
Absolutely not. Not a chance.
Tell me why.
It's like a handbrake on the show. Don't throw the anchor overboard. It's done.
Okay, don't call him an anchor. That's rude. Okay, so that's 3-0. George, you want to carry on?
Yeah.
Okay, you thinking it's going to turn at some point?
Yeah.
Okay. And you know when we stop it, he's going to go, you should have let it run for another 5 minutes.
Or an hour.
0344 499 1000. Line 4, you're on the wireless.
Absolutely not to Rainbow George, I'd say.
Tell me why.
It's extremely boring.
Okay, extremely boring, George.
Okay.
You want to carry on because listen. I don't want to. It feels borderline bullying to me, and that's not what this show is about.
No, it's fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Did we just speak? Line 4. Did we just speak to you?
Yes, you did.
No, you just. I'm in the bath.
Oh yeah, it was you. Okay, right. Okay. No, okay. No, hang on a second. Let's just cut that off. Right. Let's go to line Line 5, you're on the radio.
Hi, Ian.
Hello, Line 5.
I think you're a very fair guy, Ian.
Yep.
And I think the only way you can properly decide this is by a game of yes or no game with George. And if he gets through a minute, I think he has his chance.
No, we're not doing that. Would you like to hear an hour of Rainbow George?
With the Rainbow George?
I'm not hosting.
Depends what he's going to talk about in that hour.
He's going to talk about Rainbow George.
You think he could sing a song?
No.
He'll get you to sing it.
Prophesy the future.
It's going to prophesy the future, caller. Do you want to hear Rainbow George do that?
Can I pass?
You can pass. That's a pass. So that's an abstination. 0344 499 1000. Line 5, you're on the wireless.
I would rather stick needles in my eyes than listen to an hour of Rainbow George.
May I ask why?
You just bore the life out of me.
Bore the life out of that gentleman, George. Rather stick needles in his eyes.
This is lovely. Go on.
You want to carry on?
I do.
Okay, 0344 499 1000, and still they come. Line 6, you're on the wireless.
I would very, very much like to have an hour with George, and I think it should be called Our George.
So you're saying you're saying yes?
Oh, absolutely. I would really like that very, very much indeed.
Okay, so a man doing a silly camp voice says yes. Okay, that's one. We count that. Oh, there was a call there and it's just gone. 0344 499 1000. Let's try. Here we go. Here's one. Let's go back to line 1. Good evening, line 1.
Hello there.
Hello, line 1.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can. Would you like an hour of Rainbow George?
I honestly could not think of anything better.
So
I definitely would.
You would like an hour of Rainbow George. Why would you like it?
Well, just 'cause that's what I was thinking I wanted earlier. I was thinking earlier today, what could be the best thing that could happen to me later on this evening? And I was thinking it would be an hour of Rainbow George, and then you've offered it.
I can't breathe.
I love that Geordie accent.
Would you like us to give George your phone number, and you can have as long as you want with Rainbow George?
No, give my phone number.
There you go. That's good.
All right,
it?
well that's fine. We said that's
Happy man.
5-2. Okie dokie. Let's go to 0344 499 1000. Let's go to line 3. 3, you're on the wireless.
Hello, yeah. Sorry, Dennis, but mate, but I think it sounds like Dennis Norden on Mogadon. So it's not good.
So that's a no from you, is it?
That's a definite no. Yeah.
Okay, 6-2. I've got to say, George, you've already had 14 minutes.
Keep going.
Okay. 0344 499 1000. Let's go to line 2. Line 2, you're on the wireless.
Hello.
Hello, line 2.
Hi. Are you still talking about George?
Unfortunately, yes.
I really think he should be given an opportunity.
Well, that's not the question. That's not the question. The question is, would you like an hour of Rainbow George?
Yes.
Why?
Because he sounds like an old guy.
Yeah, he's an old guy. Well, okay, but we don't just give away hours of radio to people because they lived a long time. There's got to be some point of interest there.
Okay, I know that you have some young listeners, and they may learn just a nugget of information from his past.
Like about the war and stuff.
You don't know how long he's got left in. You don't know how long he's got left in the world. Let him give an hour of his time to hopefully enlighten some young people.
Hang on, can I ask? How long have you been listening to this show for?
A good few years, on and off.
So you're fully aware of the tedium of George's calls.
Yes.
And yet you still want an hour on a failing radio show. You still want an hour of that tedium.
Yeah, because do you know what? I think it would make him happy.
Well, no. We don't. Here's the thing: we don't do stuff in the real world just to make. We don't, make lots of people suffer just to make one person happy. That doesn't make any logical sense, does it? The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few, or the one, to quote Spock.
It does, but do you know what? If the whole world thought like that, it'd be a really sad place.
No, it wouldn't. It wouldn't. It will be a much better place. If the whole world put the needs of the many before the needs of the one, it will be a much better place.
We'll agree to disagree.
Well, we'll agree that you're wrong, because if the needs of the one outweighed the needs of the many, which is what you're suggesting we do in this situation, we'd be screwed.
I just have a lovely...
I don't know what to say.
Okay, thank you very much. No, because Spock's logic is too powerful. Okay, so it's 6-3. Let's go to 0344 499 1000. Let's go to line 4.
Hello, Ian. Jason here.
Hello, Jason.
I'm going to say no for an hour with George on the radio, but I'd definitely like an hour in a room with him and me with a baseball bat.
No. We're not having that. That's naughty. We're not having that. That one doesn't count. That's naughty. Let's go to line 2. 2, you're on the wireless. Hello?
No!
Is that a no? Okay, I think that's a no. 7-3. Let's go to line 5. You're on the wireless.
Hello, Ian. Are we still talking about George?
Unfortunately, yeah.
Okay. I actually I wouldn't like to listen to an hour of George, and part of the reason, aside from the fact that his calls don't really go anywhere, is he's a massive name dropper. That story before about boarding school and nicknames, there wasn't really any reason to mention Brian Epstein. He had nothing to do with it.
Okay, so
I mean, we could all mention famous people we went to school with.
Go on then. Who did you go to school with that was famous?
Kevin Bishop. You know Kevin Bishop.
I've worked with Kevin Bishop. I know Kevin Bishop. Okay, all right, fine. He's right. Can we all mention famous? Thing is, I can't because I was the famous person I went to school with. Okay, so that's 7-3. Let's make this the last one. Hello, caller.
I would like an hour of Rainbow George, as long as he stands 150 metres from the telephone.
So, okay, right. But that I'm going to take that as a no. Thank you very much indeed. And there's one more. That's 8-3 to no. Yes, you're the last caller. Hello?
Hello?
Oh, thank you very much. Hello? Yes?
I would rather count ants.
You would rather what?
Count ants.
Okay, as an ant counter. So that's 9-3, George. So I'm afraid it backs up what we were saying. No.
Okay.
Thanks very much for your call. This is Talk Radio.
Stimulating nightly emissions guaranteed to open your eyes and your mind.
Oh, my word.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. Last 15 minutes of the show. It's quite a humdinger tonight. Quickly, we got Steve and we got Paul. Stay there, Steve. Stay there, Paul. Do that cooked breakfast.
Oh, that breakfast. I mean, is it a breakfast? Is it a pizza? It's both.
Filth, man.
And where can you get it? Only in Benidorm.
Yeah, there we go. What a place.
Good Times Bar and Grill.
Good Time Bar and Grill
is selling a pizza top with a whole fry-up, including 2 eggs, beans, bacon and sausages. The new menu edition contains about 2,600 calories, which is the same as 5 McDonald's Big Macs. Staff shared a photo of the English breakfast pizza on their Facebook page, and it's received a mixed reaction, reports The Sun. Some thought it was great, but it was a mixed reaction. Some thought it was disgusting. One wrote, perfect for coming home in the early hours when you can't decide whether it's supper or breakfast time, but others weren't impressed, claiming the pizza looked rank and so wrong. And one simply added, no, just no. It's hardly surprising the pizza has caused debate, as people can get very protective over their fry-ups.
It looks incredible.
It looks very tasty. And I would definitely have a good go at that.
Oh, I'd have some of that. I mean, you've got to try the local food when you're there, haven't you? You've got to try the local food.
When in Benidorm.
Good evening, Steve.
Hi, Ian. I'm nervous on air and I'm a bit annoyed, but I want to talk about George.
Okay, away you go.
I've been picking you up for 3 years.
Yeah.
And I've been a fan for 3 years. I've been listening almost non-stop for 3 years.
Yeah. Okay.
But I want to know what happened to not laughing at people.
Sorry.
I've heard you and Kat having very in-depth
Hang on a second.
conversation.
Hang on a second. Her name's Catherine. not cat.
Sorry, what did I say?
Sorry, you've been listening for 3 years and you don't know our producer's name. Okay, carry on.
I said cat. I said cat. Sorry.
Okay, right. Listen, if you're phoning up to say we bullied George, then I gave
No,
you...
I'm not. If you're going to be defensive, there's no point in having a conversation. You all say you want to have a conversation, but you won't.
hello?
I'm offering you a conversation, and I'm nervous. Okay.
Okay, I don't care how nervous you are. I'm defending my own.
Obviously.
Stop shouting at me. You're a very rude man. Stop shouting.
Sorry.
I don't believe you've been listening for 3 years.
Well, you doubt my word.
No, I do doubt your word. I think you're a liar. Here's the thing. Constantly, if you notice, after every phone call I took, I asked George if he was comfortable and if he was happy to carry on. He said he was. George is far more robust than you or I, and he is fully able to defend himself. George will have enjoyed that 20 minutes because it was 20 minutes about, no, but me. George would have enjoyed that 20 minutes because it was 20 minutes about him. It was a third. Here's the thing, Steve. It was a third of the hour that he wanted. So he got what he wanted. So.
But I didn't accuse you of bullying. You became defensive and preempted what I was going to say. And I'm not a liar. Maybe you can tell me on Saturday, face to face, I'm a liar. Would you like to do that?
You're threatening me now, Steve.
No, I'm asking you. Would you like to do it? I'm not threatening you. I'm offering you. I'm trying to go into it now. Would you like to call me a liar face to face?
Certainly, I will.
I'll come on Saturday and you can do that. Have you got a ticket to see you on Saturday? Okay.
Steve, where are we playing on Saturday?
I don't give a flying duck.
Well done. You got the right venue. If you've got a ticket, I'll call you a liar to your face. Yeah, I don't believe you. You're a very aggressive man. In fact, I don't want you coming to the show on Saturday.
I'm not aggressive. I'm just upset because I like to defend people who I feel
you're aggressive. You like to defend. You like to patronise people. You're patronising, George, and you're aggressive, and that's fine. That's what you choose to do. You get aggressive.
It's okay to patronise Nigel, though, isn't it?
You get aggressive.
It's okay to patronise Nigel.
Nigel, who we bought two £50 worth of shopping for out of my own pocket.
Yeah, that's great.
Shut up and listen, you thick thug. £50 worth of shopping that we paid out of my own pocket.
You're being aggressive to someone.
Yeah, because you're an idiot. That's why. Because you're an idiot. You're an idiot.
You don't know me.
No, I do know you. You're a liar. You've not listened for 3 years. You're a fantasist.
I've listened since June 2016.
Okay, I don't believe you. And you're
wrong.
Do
you know
what? I couldn't care less. I don't believe
That's
you.
Because I'm telling you the truth. You don't want the truth. You're bullying. You didn't bully George, but you're bullying me.
Go away. I don't bully George. I don't bully Nigel.
No, you don't bully George, but you're bullying me.
No, I'm not. Oh, gosh, listen to you. This is bullying. Is it being spoken to? I'm just telling you the truth.
You're calling me a dog. You're calling me sicko.
I'm just telling you
You're being abusive.
Steve,
you're being abusive.
Steve, you're thick. I'm just telling you the truth,
I'm
and
not
you don't
thick.
like the
I'm
truth.
very intelligent.
Then why are you raising your voice when you're talking to me?
Because I'm nervous.
No, the nerves should have calmed down now, unless you're a dimwit.
My heart's beating very fast.
I couldn't care less.
I'm nervous being on air.
I couldn't care less.
Okay.
So then just take a deep breath for me. Okay, take another deep breath. And take one more deep breath for me.
And then you're going to cut me off.
No, why would I cut? Why, look at you. You're so paranoid, Steve. No, you're so paranoid.
Well,
Gosh, what an unpleasant gentleman. What an unpleasant. I look forward to meeting you on Saturday, Steve.
You've already met me. Please don't call me unpleasant.
I think I remember you. Did you wait for us at the end last time we came to Glasgow?
Yeah.
Right.
Who was this guy?
He waited right till the very end.
Yeah.
And he was quite quiet.
Yeah.
And obviously quite nervous.
Yeah.
We spent quite a lot of time talking to you, Steve.
You've never been anything but lovely and charming to me.
Right. So hang on. Well, okay. So why are you turning now? We spent ages talking to you. How dare you?
Because I feel defensive about George generally, not tonight, but generally.
Steve, I think you've misjudged the situation.
I spent ages.
My perception.
Yeah, I spent ages talking to you, wasting my time. Yeah. And do you know what, Steve? You know what? I spent ages talking to this guy because he was nervous, right? Ages.
Yeah.
When I wanted to get home, right? Because we had to drive home.
Yeah.
Spent ages talking to this guy. And it's people like this, right, that make me think I don't want to meet people after the show. Because it always comes back to bite you on the bum. Steve, people like, because of you, I'm not meeting anyone after the show on Saturday.
Because of you. That's not right.
Because of you.
Sorry?
Because of you. You weren't listening, you see? He doesn't even listen. I'm not talking to you. You talk to him, Kath. I'm sending a message to my friend. Go on.
Steve, so the problem was you thought that, we were laughing at Rainbow George. That's what you said first up.
Yeah, generally, I've heard you having really in-depth conversations, you and Ian, about not laughing at people, but laughing with people, not punching down and all that.
Yeah.
And I feel that does go on with George.
Do you know how often George phones us, and have you heard the things that he said to us?
Yeah, I know it's boring sometimes, but I feel he sounds like he generally gets upset by it sometimes.
No,
he says,
he
why
doesn't.
do you not like me and stuff like that?
No, he doesn't. He's curious as to why that we don't want to hear his stories all the time, because we give him quite a lot of time and we can't give him all the time he wants.
Yeah. I appreciate you being focused. I feel Dean's got really defensive with me.
Because we don't like
Steve, because you're talking out your arse. You're calling the show something it's not. Shut up, Steve. I don't want you coming on Saturday. If you come on, stay out there for a second, Paul. If you come on Saturday, I'll give you your money back. I don't want you there. We wasted a lot of time talking to you at that last show. We spent a lot of time talking to you, and this is what you do. You misjudge the show, you misjudge the vibe, and you totally accuse me of something that we've not been doing. Do you know what? I don't want you there on Saturday. Send me with your email, and I'll send you your money back. We spent ages talking to that guy.
And I think he came on angry then, and he was halfway through an argument we weren't having.
Yeah, I know. Outrageous. Outrageous. Flipping heck, man.
I don't appreciate people saying that they're going to turn up and be aggressive like that.
Yeah,
I didn't say I'm going to be aggressive.
You said, I'll see you there. That's kind of Steve, that's threatening.
No, I didn't say I'll see you there.
Yes,
I did not say that. Listen back to the tape. I said, you want to call me a liar to my face, because I take it as an offence.
I'll call you a liar to your face. Yeah, of course I will.
I'm a very sincere guy, and I take it as an insult to be called a liar. That's all I'm saying.
I don't think this call's going to go the way you want it to, Steve.
Steve,
I would never threaten you.
Steve,
I think the world of you until now.
Steve, okay, till now, right? Okay.
Because you're being horrible to me.
No, I'm not being horrible, Steve.
That's how I feel.
I'm defending.
I don't think you realise it, Ian.
Can I speak? Can I speak?
Yeah.
I'm defending
my.
Show. Yeah, it is. I'm defending my.
I got in before you.
Shut up. Send me your email, Steve, and I'll send you the money back. Because I don't
have an email.
Okay, well then, tough. You just wasted a load of money because you're the whole.
No, I didn't. I don't care about the money.
All right, fine. Well, I don't want to see you there on Saturday.
Well, then you have to, deal with that, because...
Okay, I'll deal with it. I'll deal with you not being there. Fine, it'll be fine. I'll have a great time.
I don't know why you're being like this.
Because you phoned up and you accused me of something I wasn't doing, Steve. That's why, in an aggressive tone.
I didn't accuse you of being bullying at all.
Okay.
I suggested,
all right, Steve.
I suggested you were laughing at George.
Well, we weren't laughing at George.
Steve, we weren't laughing
at
George.
Well, I appreciate, Kat, but you're telling me that sincerely.
Yeah, well,
and that's a valid...
Bye, Steve. Thanks very much for your call. Come in, Paul. Let's go to Barry. Good evening, Barry. We've only got a minute, Barry.
Man alive.
Jeez, people.
Yeah,
this is
okay. Ian, nice talking to you and you, Catherine. Can I just ask, Ian, I really appreciated meeting you after the Portishead show.
I ain't doing it no more. I am not meeting anybody after any shows anymore. I'm not doing it.
Could I ask you to reconsider, because it was a great pleasure and I think people will really miss out as a result of that.
I've reconsidered it. Yeah, all right, I'll do it. That's fine. Thanks for talking me around. I appreciate it. I will still meet people after the show. We spent ages with that guy.
We did.
Ages, when we had to drive all the way home from Glasgow because Ryanair had cancelled our flights.
Could be worse. You could be kneeling on the floor in front of two radio gods.
Yeah. How are you, Paul Ross?
Very well indeed. I have a gift for you. I'll pass it via the proper channel to your producer. I've spoken to the man behind it, who is an interesting chap.
Yeah.
He runs a centre in Hinckley, Leicestershire. It's called Haunted Antiques. They have a variety of haunted dolls there.
We want nothing to do with those now.
Well, it'll protect you from it, but there you go. You might want to speak to him on the programme.
Not getting involved in that. No, we had haunted doll. We bought a haunted doll and my car received £420 worth of damage.
Well, somebody told you, though, on Twitter that there is no such thing as a wing mirror, which is an interesting philosophical...
What was that about?
It made me... I thought, is this incredibly profound, or just somebody who's never heard the terms wing and mirror?
What was that about? I didn't even know. It's been some day. What's on your show tonight, Paul?
On the show tonight, very quickly... We're going to be introducing you to the world's largest beetroot and the man who grew it.
There we go.
It weighs just under 4 stone.
Yes.
He's called it Bertie.
Yeah.
He's also a member of a Facebook club called Giant Vegetable Growers.
Yeah.
Okay. He grew a 7-foot-long radish. I've seen the photographs.
Yeah.
And he grew a chili bean. A chili that weighed over 4 pounds.
Why would anyone do that?
Big vegetables. I'll be asking later in the programme.
Beautiful.
I might even play a bit of the Beach Boys Vegetables.
Oh, man alive.
There you go.
Anything else?
The usual old tosh. Also, Josh Romney's in that force of radio nature.
We know. We don't shut up in the office. Flipping heck, man. Jesus, it's like josh.rom.com out there.
I know, Josh, our showbiz insider, so we're doing a bit of that. I'm also talking countdown to the D-Day commemorations continues. Fantastic statue that's been shot in the country. Details on that.
Beautiful. Thank you very much, Sam. Thank you very much, Catherine. Thank you to, I'm going to say, 62% of our callers tonight. What a fiery ending to the show, dear listener. We will be back tonight at, what time is it? 10 o'clock, isn't it? That's when we do it. We come in and we do the... Oh, we got Gail Porter in for the first hour.
We have. She's going to be great.
Absolutely fun. Thank you very much for listening. We'll be back tonight. Stay tuned, though, to Paul Ross is on at 1 on Talk Radio.
Talk Radio. Digital debate for the UK.
Talk Radio.
We'll get you talking.